Yeah! Round 2, fight. Welcome to the ongoing Scream 7 spoiler review, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Do that, all of that fun stuff if you're watching this on replay. Guys, I got 3 things again. Last night I had 3 things. I got 3 more things. Okay, one, I'm going to repeat myself. Apologies. It's going to sound like a broken record here. But if you have not seen the film yet, please go check it out and then come on back. I see an emo nerd girl. I'm not calling you out. I appreciate you for supporting the page. Thank you for being with us. I'm not kicking you out by any means, but we are going to get into spoilers immediately. And you're welcome to stay, but I would hate that. It would bum me out if I spoiled the movie for you. You know what I mean? That ain't what not what we're trying to do around these parts. You know what's up? But emo nerd girl, you are welcome to stay. Everyone's always welcome, but I just don't want to spoil it for you. So just a word of warning, we are talking spoilers immediately. No warning, it's open season, baby. The spoilers, they're getting shot out into the stratosphere here. So just warning you with all that. Number 2, dose. We got a second thing I want to throw out there. I have to delay a video that was supposed to come out today. I'm so sorry, but we got to make sponsors happy. And frankly, I want to put a little more elbow grease into this bad boy. Ranking all 7 Scream movies. It's going to be a really fun video. I've laced some really fun little goodies into this bad boy. Give me another day to polish this bad boy up. It'll be out very early tomorrow. I'm literally 90% done with it. So that'll come out tomorrow. And we'll talk about Scream 8 sometime in the week. So that's all these videos are still happening. Just give me some time. Number 3, the third thing that we need to get off of our chests, ladies and gents, is of course to respect everybody's opinion. Come on now, guys. Some of us liked the movie, some of us didn't like the movie, and some of us are in the middle. You know, some of us are at different percentages of how we feel about this flick, and that's all good. We all love each other. We're all Scream fans. Don't let Twitter fool you into dividing all of us, okay? Just because we all like different things from the Scream movies, that's okay. Everyone's welcome here, no matter what your thoughts are on Scream 7. It's all good in the hood, baby. In the Killjoy, what? The Killjoy neighborhood, everyone is welcome. I don't know why I'm talking like Superman, but here we are. Yes. So you know what's up. Y'all are welcome. Let's talk a little Scream. How about that, shall we? Like I said, open season, spoilers, we're getting right into it. We have a member. What's up, my friend? I'm going to unpin this message because I actually can't read shit. Roderick has become a Ghostface member. Thank you so much, Roderick. I greatly appreciate your support. I love your band. Loaded Diaper is like my favorite band of all time. Roderick, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for being a Ghostface member. I really appreciate you bunches. I have a video coming out on hopefully tomorrow, talking a little bit about some of my favorite movies that came out in February and why honestly, I'm going to be real. It's a Patreon and channel member exclusive that's just all about how February was a bit of a disappointing month for me when it came to horror flicks. I feel like everything I went to go see in the theater, I left pretty disappointed, pretty like, what the fuck was that? That's crazy. So apologies. I don't mean to sound like such a negative Nancy. I swear I love movies, but man, it was a rough month for horror. So we're going to be getting into some of that. We got official Jacob Pace Wells hanging out with us saying, hey, Jake, my theory is that when Sid gets her first FaceTime call from Stu, it's the real Stu, and he knows AI is the threat and she's facing, chooses not to believe in him. Thoughts? I've said this on my last stream. Scream 7 radicalized me. I want Stu Macher to be in Scream 8. I'm dead fucking serious. Y'all think I'm joking? Y'all think, oh, this is Jake just being a goofy little guy? Abso-fucking-lutely not. No, Scream 7 robbed y'all. That's what they did. And they did not produce a better product than if Stu were to come back to life. I'm dead serious. I'm so I said it in my review. I ended my review with this because I mean it. Dead serious about this. I truly believe that the product we got was worse than if Stu Macher were to come back to life. And frankly, I don't like that they made fun of y'all. And I'm not going to spend the whole stream harping on that because I talked about it a lot last night. I actually want to get into more of the positives of Scream 7 tonight, if I'm being honest with you. But I'm with you. Fuck it. Stu Macher, I'm on the Stu train, baby. I'm no jokes this time. You know, I made jokes about it in the past. No, I'm there. I'm on that fucking train. We're all hanging out. We're getting food. Maybe we're getting shrimp being passed down on the motherfucking train. I'm there. Stu Macher, he's alive. He's well. I didn't see no fucking body, bitch. That's what I think. So, TVs don't kill people. Guns kill people. Anyways, Jacob, yes to all of that. You boys turned a new leaf. just for the record. Ghost in the Dark Kills is saying, hey, Jake, what's up? Just wanted to say hello. Can't wait for Ready or Not 2. Me fucking too. God, that movie needs to be good after this crap. I just need to watch the first one and I'll be, oh, dude, wait, what? You haven't seen the first Ready or Not? So funny enough, hanging out with my buddy Darjan, we see all the new Scream movies together. We've seen 5, we saw 6, and now we've seen 7 together. Love Darjan. Shout out to Darjan. We're sitting there watching this movie, watching the trailers specifically, and we're waiting for the Scary Movie 6 trailer, because we heard from Mr. Marlon Wayans himself, Scary Movie 6, that trailer's gonna debut before Scream 7, and I'm like, let's fucking go. I am so ready for this shit. I was over the moon excited. You know, Darjan, also a very big Scary Movie fan, and we're going back and forth about just movies and stuff, and I'm like, you know, Ready or Not 2 comes out in like less than a month, and he's like, oh, dude, I still haven't seen the first one. And I'm like, the fuck you mean you haven't seen the first one, dude? What? So Darjan is going to be joining me, and I'm saying this to you all now so that he keeps his promise. Darjan is going to be joining me for a video coming up next month where I react to Ready or Not 2. And I see someone talking about the Dexter series. That's not getting delayed, don't you worry. That's still happening as well. We're going to break it up every now and then with some horror movie rewatches. So that's going to be our first little breakup, is Ready or Not 2019. That's going to come out the Thursday before Ready or Not 2's release next month. So I'm really excited for that video. It's going to be Darjan's first time watching it, and you're going to get a first time reaction and a rewatch reaction from me. So it's going to be a little bit of both. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm very excited for that. It's going to be great. Ghost in the Dark Kills, thank you for being with us. RJ Skarenki's also here saying, I just saw the movie today. The first and second acts were great. The third act, what a letdown. I'm on the Stew Train now too, Jake. No doubt about it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Stew Train. Get him in the next movie. RJ, I'm glad you're here with us. I'm glad you're having the shrimp that's being served here for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why they have shrimp here, but I'll take it. Hamschott. What's up, my dude? They definitely fumbled and dropped the ball for this movie, unfortunately. It's like they had a lot of cool ideas, I'll give them that, but what the fuck was that ending? What the hell? The ending ruined the whole film for me, I'll be honest. There was some cool stuff. I'll be honest, there was some cool ideas there. I'm not just a total negative Nancy. I actually posted about that today because I don't want people to think that I just hated it outright. There's some cool, I made, in my ranking video, I talk about some of the positives too. There's some cool kills. I don't hate, I don't know, it wasn't great. I just don't love the way that this was set up. I've seen a lot of people say they liked the, Ghostface getting run over by Gale. It's a good entrance for Gale. I'll give it that. It's not that big of a shock. I feel like it's very translated, at least for me. I saw it coming. Like the moment that Joel McHale's rolling down the driveway, I'm like, he's gonna get hit by a car. Like I literally thought that in my brain before it happened. Maybe you had a different experience, in which case, hell yes. But I don't know. I saw it coming from a mile away. It was just the way that movie was shot. Everything was translated. There was no tension, no suspense. It was like you could just tell where it was all going 30 seconds beforehand. And I thought that was a major bummer. Peyton is throwing $50 out there. Peyton, thank you for the support of the page. Greatly appreciate you bunches, man. Hey, Jake, I saw the movie Thursday night, and I personally loved it. I even saw it again, and the motive was very but Sydney was the main character. Her daughter was awesome. The kills were brutal. The AI stuff was cool, and it was more serious. So Sid, that was enough for you. Sydney being the main character, you want that to happen with Scream. And that's kind of what I'm seeing all over the place. People want to see, as long as Sydney is the main character, I can get involved with Scream. I don't know. I need more than that. I need a good story too. The reason I love Sydney Prescott is because she's been involved with some great stories that built her up as a character. Like without Scream 7, what changes about Sydney Prescott's character? For me, nothing. This movie adds nothing to Sydney's legacy. She has a daughter now and a family, but we already knew that from Screams 5 and 6. I didn't need this movie to physically show it to me. You know what I mean? If Scream 7 never existed, it just would not change the character of Sydney Prescott. I think that's my problem with it. It's not even that we were talking about beforehand, this could tarnish the character. This could do this and that. I don't even think it just did nothing. It was just Sydney showed up. That was it. She showed up. She killed Ghostface. Cool. I guess I have the same complaint about Scream 5, but Sydney's not the focus of Scream 5, right? I think that's why I'm kind of okay, that's cool. She just showed up as a little cameo and shot through some doors, helped take out Amber. That was sick. That was badass. That was fun. But this movie, we're focusing on this character. What's her character arc? Seriously, what happened here that changed Sydney forever? I have nothing with that. Nothing that was worthy of making an entire film around it. For me personally. I don't know. I feel like if you're going to return to this character after trying to get away from her in the last two flicks, you got to give me a good reason to do so. And this flick just never offered that up. At least for me personally. Again, you guys might disagree. I want to hear what it's all about. And Peyton, more than anything, I'm really glad that you enjoyed the flick. I have my issues with it, but I'm so happy that people came out of this enjoying it. I wish I could be part of that crowd. I really do. I left very disappointed, sadly. But I'm so happy that you were kind of digging it and you were vibing with it. I have yet to hear anybody who liked the Ghostface killers, though. I feel like everybody who I've talked to who liked it still haven't really said anything positive about the killers. Did anybody who liked the killers, like, make yourself known? I want to hear that take, because I feel like I haven't read, like, especially on last night's stream, I feel like we didn't get that take, and I want to hear that take. Again, this page is all about community, baby. This page is all about showcasing all the different takes and viewpoints, all that fun stuff. So if you liked the killers, let me know if that worked for you. And you're listening to me talk. You're listening to this fucking guy, and you're saying, what the hell is he talking about? Those killers rocked. Tell me. Let me know. Give it to me. Child's Play fan is saying killers sucked. Well, if anybody liked the killers, though, make your voice heard. I want to hear it. I'm going to be scouting for them tonight, because again, last night was about just initial reaction. Tonight I want to focus a little more on the positives, and then maybe tomorrow we'll go back to the negatives. But we got to do these reviews a little differently each time. You know, we got to make that fun. It's a good time. What else is going? But Peyton, I want to thank you again for the $50. That really does help the page quite a bit. Keeps the lights on around here, especially the one that's underneath little ghost face over here. Keeps that light on, especially. Chillin' Killin' Dylan is saying, I enjoyed Scream 7. I was just bummed out that the ghost faces didn't get any snappy dialogue. They really didn't, man. I did not. There was no Roger L. Jackson hardly in this movie. Didn't really get anything crazy in terms of, you know, like Ghostface always gets like a line in there that's like, oh, that was cold as fuck, you know, like I'm gonna slit your eyelids, but so that you can't blink when I stab you in the face or whatever from Scream 4. I'm paraphrasing, you know, but oh, that line, I mean, it kills me every single time. It's amazing. There was nothing they didn't even attempt to do something like that here, you know? I was like, really? Nothing? No Ghostface call dialogue that was like worth my time. And the Ghostfaces, like, I don't know, them explaining their motive, that was it. Like, they just kind of did that, and it's like, okay, let's get killed now. I don't know. I needed so much more from that third act. Crazy. Tiffany Johnson, what's going on? What's up? Loved it. I'm glad you loved it. Let me know did you love the killers, though? Big question there. We're looking. We're hunted. We're on the hunt. Froggy Fresh is saying this franchise should end with 8. I'd say end it with 7, but 7 was too bad to end. I completely agree. This cannot be the end. Like, guys, we need at least one more. We need to end on a high note. It should have ended with 3. I sometimes love the others, but the magic of the first 3 never gets recaptured. There is something about that original trilogy in terms of vibes, you know what I mean? In terms of just that late 90s nostalgia. You're never going to get that in a new sequel, you know, in reality. You're just, because we just make movies differently nowadays. I think they tried to do that in Scream 5, and I think that's why it failed. You know what I mean? Going back to that movie, my biggest revelation about it recently was I'm just like, man, the dialogue is trying so hard to be meta, and it is not working. Like, it is not working at all. And I think maybe that worked back in the late 90s because, again, slasher fans were so accustomed to characters kind of talking like that in different slasher movies from the 80s and the early 90s. And here's kind of a parody of that. Here's a satire. We're doing some fun meta dialogue that feels like it's from a slasher movie, but it's with purpose. Now that doesn't work because slasher movies aren't made that way anymore. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of we've figured out dialogue a little more in our low budget indie flicks these days. So I don't think it works as well. You know, and I think that was a big point of Scream 5 where it kind of failed with introducing its characters was a lot of that dialogue was just hard to get into. 6, they tightened that up and they made it work. And that to me is like the peak of this renaissance. And then 7 just, I don't know, it fell apart. But for me, I really like a lot of the sequels. You guys are gonna be very shocked by my ranking video that comes out tomorrow. Let's just say that. But I would hate if it stopped at 3 because, man, 4 and 6 are fucking bangers for me personally. I really love those movies. Rocky Balboa is saying, I may be in the minority here, but my main gripe was Mark Kincaid not being her husband. I felt his absence. He had way more screen time than expected, and being a cop, it was so obviously meant to be him. It was. I think it definitely was. I have to admit, Rocky, I'm shocked to even say this. I actually kind of liked Joel McHale in this movie. I did not hate him. You know, I remember going into this film thinking to myself, I'm like, man, Jeff Winger is Sidney Prescott's husband. There was never a moment where I didn't feel like he was Sidney's husband. And that was actually a big deal to me. It wasn't like, you know, not an Oscar-worthy, wow, you know, holy shit, he stood out. But like, I believed that he was this good guy that would protect Sidney at all times. And that to me was important, I think, to making that relationship work. And it had, okay, you know, we did it. We fucking did that shit. I didn't think they would do it because I was very skeptical about that. In almost every role I have seen Joel McHale in before, he's been this like comedic douchebag character that's almost like a parody of, you know, just that kind of person. And he does that so well, it's hard for me to see him as anything else. But I think they actually did a good job at him playing this certain kind of character. So I got to give it that. I did miss Mark Kincaid, though, Rocky Balboa. Just to make that clear, I would have much rather have this been Patrick Dempsey McDreamy. That just makes more sense. I mean, that would have been just such a great continuation to Scream 3, you know, to still have that be a part of her life. I think that absolutely would have been better. It's a shame what happened behind the scenes. So. Emo Nerd Girl is saying, spoil away, I hate surprises. That's why I watched this stream. Well, we've probably already gotten into some stuff already. So you are very welcome. You're very welcome, my friend. I'll say that. Ultraviolence is saying, let's go, Jake. I'm in the UK, so I never catch your lives because it's really late here. Yeah, it's like midnight, right? It's like midnight your time, like midnight 17. I apologize for that. I like to go live at I was going live at 3 o'clock for a little while there, but I just had less and less people showing up. So 7 o'clock's just my designated time. That just seems to be the best time to do it. We also have Josh saying bring Stu back in 8 in the Sydney storyline so Tatum can take over in future sequels if they want to do that. You know, I want to agree with you so bad, Josh, but I did not care about Tatum Evans at all in this movie. And again, correct me if I'm wrong. I want to be proven wrong here because I just did not care about Tatum at all. Isabel May's only character trait in this movie is I am Sidney Prescott's daughter. I mean, give me something else about her that was like worthwhile for that story. Nothing. I mean, the most bland main character in a Scream movie, I think, without a doubt in my mind, that is at the very bottom in terms of intrigue. I don't know, man. Isabel May never came through, and it's not her fault. Can I make that so clear? It's not her fault by any means. She was given nothing to work with. Her big line at the end of the movie is, "I'm Sidney Prescott's daughter." Okay. Who are you though? Who is Tatum Evans? You know what I mean? I know you're Sidney. I started this movie knowing that you're Sidney Prescott's daughter, but how are you different? How are you your own character? I mean, say what you want about the character development in Scream 5, but at least they differentiated immediately off the bat Sam Carpenter from Sidney Prescott. They did such a better job in Scream 5 than they did here with Tatum. I don't know, man. That was almost embarrassing. You know, it was almost like, fuck, man, I feel bad for Isabel May, dude. Give me something about her character, though. Please, someone prove me wrong. Because maybe I need to see the film again. Because I'm just like, what did they do with Tatum? There's nothing with Tatum. Joan Sclafani. Joan Sclafani? That's a really cool name. What's up? Welcome to the Ghostface tier. I appreciate you supporting the page. That really means a lot. Thank you for being a member. Like I said, we got some fun videos coming out very soon. And I really hope you vibe with them, because they're going to be fucking sick. So we got a big video just recapping a lot of the movies that I wasn't able to do reviews on this past February, so check that out very soon. I want to say this again. Necromechanimal is talking about the Dexter series. Yeah, I'm working on like just getting that ready to go, because I feel like with each of the Scream video reactions I was making, I was getting a little better and figuring it out a little more. And for this Dexter series, I want it to be fucking tip top, baby. We're gonna do a very hard pivot here in March. We're still gonna be talking about Scream updates. We're hearing that Scream 8 is gonna start filming later on this year, so of course we're gonna cover that. But starting sometime in the middle of March, we're going to be covering Dexter. Guys, I've never seen an episode of Dexter in my life, and there is so much fucking Dexter. It's a very good show, I hear, and I want to go through it. I want to dedicate basically the next year of the channel towards doing at least 2 videos on reacting to the Dexter series. All of it. Dexter this, Dexter New Blood, Dexter Resurrection, Dexter Original Sin. I hear that one's not very good, but I'm going to watch it all, baby. And it's going to be really fun. We're going to do 2 videos a week on Dexter moving forward, as well as talking about some horror news updates as always. Stay tuned for those. It's going to be really fun. I'm really excited to basically become a Dexter channel for a little while. So stop on by. I hope I like it. Who knows? Who knows if I like it or not? I don't know. It's going to be cool. First time watch. I'm so excited. We're jumping into this whole thing blind. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. All right. I got to jump ahead because holy fuck, missing some shit. Guys, thank you for supporting the page. It really does mean a lot. We got Austin Dixon out here throwing $5. Thank you, Austin. Thank you. You're saying, I miss the Carpenter sisters so much. They truly had something special with them. Scream 7 killed the franchise. Justice for Sam and Tara. I hate to say it. I agree. I was so much more so invested in those characters in Scream 6 than I was pretty much anybody here. And for me, I know, trust me, I've been talking with y'all for a long time. I know that a lot of people are like, Sidney Prescott is the franchise, but like, I don't think anything happened with Sidney Prescott in this movie that was anything more interesting than the Carpenter sisters in the previous film. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, give me something that was cool about this movie with those characters. Nothing. There was nothing about this movie that had me intrigued with them. The kills were great. Again, I loved the kills in this movie. I actually would go so far as to say they're a step up from 5 and 6. They're more brutal. They're more bloody. Maybe not set up as well, but bloody and gory as fuck. And that was fun. But I just did not care for, did not care for the way that they handled Sidney Prescott. I don't like the characterization of her being fooled by AI videos on her phone. This is Sidney motherfucking Prescott, dude. This is a character who's supposed to be a badass, and she's my grandma being fooled by AI videos. She can't differentiate between that and real life. That's not the right way to handle a legendary character like this, man. I don't know. That's just... that makes her feel dumb. That makes her feel, just easily fooled. I'm not buying into it, especially because the videos themselves are so goofy. That's especially what made it not work at all for me. Matthew Lillard is being a little too over the top, and that's his thing, right? Matthew's gonna be over the top if you're gonna ask him to do something like this. I just don't know what they expected to get from that. Any sort of tension was gone immediately when one of those videos dropped. And the thing that kills me, the thing that I was fucking losing my mind laughing at this. Every time he ends one of those calls, he says something sinister like, I'm gonna get you, Sidney, and then uses his big finger and hits the end call button. Dude, I was rolling laughing. I'm like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. What? Crazy. It's pure insanity. I don't know. That to me was just, I couldn't get over that. Any sort of tension that was trying to build just immediately shattered like glass. Crazy. But Sam and Tara, bring back Sam and Tara, man. Spyglass, please sell the rights. That would be pretty cool. Austin, thank you for the 5, though. I really appreciate it. It means a great deal to me. Really appreciate your support. And thanks to everyone for being a good sport tonight. That's another thing I want to say. I know I'm going to say some things y'all are going to disagree with, and that's totally fine. But we're all Scream fans. We're all here to talk about the goddamn franchise and get this whole thing out there. That's the big thing. We got to get the opinions out there. That's the fun of all this. Erica is saying, Jake, all chat just in case. Oh, I already got it. Don't you worry. Actually, I only have it on the one. So thank you for telling me. Much appreciation there, my friend. Is it really not letting me scroll back that far? Oh man, that's gonna tick me off. Okay, hang on. It's not letting me scroll back to your super chat. I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. Jake, all chat, just in case. Everyone else, go hit that like button. Also, I see that CC Cotton Candy Alani. That's the best one. It is the best one, guys. Not sponsored, sadly, but I'm open to it. Hit me up, Alani. My email's public, baby. Shit bangs. But anyways, I really appreciate Erica as always. You always send a super chat to tell people to like the stream. That means the world to me. You don't have to do that. Thank you for supporting the page. And thank you for telling us where to get Alani's, by the way. We had a whole conversation about this a while back, and that means a lot. Let me tell you. Let me make sure I didn't miss any other super chats real quick. Gorehound, what's up, my friend? Thank you for the 5. Funny story, I'm seeing Scream 7 next Tuesday. Meanwhile, I found a kill count and accidentally spoiled myself about who Ghostface is. Damn. I don't know if anyone was fooled by the ghost faces in this movie. My experience, I had it figured out at a certain point. But what I will say is I would hate to, you shouldn't have that. You shouldn't know that before you get into the movie. I somehow evaded the spoilers. I did a good job at dodging, just kind of stayed off of Twitter the best I could. And I had it like from the marketing, I was like, it's probably Anna Camp, but Ethan Embry was one that kind of shocked the hell out of me. Did not see that coming by any means. But when we got to about the midpoint of the film, and I'm sorry if I'm spoiling this for you. Hopefully you're gone by now. Thank you for your 5. There's a scene about halfway through the film where we meet Ethan Embry, and he's only in the movie for like a scene before, which is, again, just horrible murder mystery. 0 out of 10 for the murder mystery elements here. He comes in and he says, there was a John Doe here. Ooh, some guy that, I don't know, maybe he killed some people in the past. It's like, oh man, it's like, it's clearly him, bro. Are you kidding me? Like, I knew Stu wasn't going to be alive. I knew that deep down in my heart, sadly. It was just so obvious. It was like, it's him and Anna Camp. Like, I even said that to Darjan right then and there, and he was like, yep. Crazy. I don't know, but I'm sorry you had that spoiled. And I'm glad you're hanging out with us. I hope I didn't spoil anything else for you, but go see it. Let us know your thoughts. We'll be live again sometime moving into next week. And I want to hear your thoughts again. You know, I have my thoughts, but I want to hear yours. Have you go see the film, form your own opinion, of course. Don't just listen to me. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about half the time. So go form your own opinion, then come on back. Goran, thank you for the 5. I greatly appreciate your support. Really does mean a lot to me. Thank you. And I'm sorry you got anything spoiled. It's never fun. Never a good time. Jason Carpenter, thank you for being a member. Bold prediction, Scream 8 will be greenlit Friday, March 13th, 2026. Thinking of Jason Takes Manhattan Part 8. That's a really good point. Hey, yo, dude, I didn't even think about that. To what I know, Scream 8 is already greenlit, and their rumor has it, this is where we started to get into rumor territory. They are planning to shoot it this fall. That's because, the pre-sale, dude, this weekend, they're going to make $60 million. It's no doubt about it. They're going to make a fuck ton of money this weekend. So the likelihood of a Scream 8 happening soon is high chances. I just hope that they take their time with the script. They do not rush it out. If there's rewrites, if there's people getting fired, take another year to figure it out. For the love of God, I would rather a good movie than just let's get something done quick and put it out because we need to make money. Strike while the iron is hot. No, just take your time. Scream fans will show up. Please just God, love of God, take your time. Oh, it's crazy. But anyways, let's get back to this. Kate from Florida, throwing $5 out there. Thank you, Kate. Saying, did I miss something or did it come across as Ethan Embry's character just worked at Google and was great with AI? Like, what was it? Why was he involved? Great question. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe I missed the line or something. I guess he was like, he made friends with Anna Camp when she was in the psychiatric hospital. But what, to become a killer, to become someone who murders people, like you need something there to, force you into that horrible sociopathic position. And I just, nothing, not even I don't need Ethan Embry to come out here and explain everything to me. I don't need him to be like, when I was a kid, my whatever. I don't need anything like that. But I need some semblance of something sinister about this character, and I got nothing about him. Honestly, if he wasn't the killer, I think he was a nice guy. He worked at a psychiatric hospital. He seems like a dude who wants to help people. Compare that to Stu, for instance, who never actually really offers up a motive. He says, he was peer pressured into doing this, but the entire film, he's super misogynistic to Tatum. The whole movie. He's got an evil streak about him. He seems like a bully. He seems like a guy that, outside of his silly tendencies, I wouldn't want to hang out with because it's like, God, you're kind of a dick, So maybe there's a hidden layer underneath there. Maybe there's something rotten underneath that beautiful face of his. There was nothing like that with Ethan Embry, and he didn't have enough screen time to even do something like that. So, great question, Kate. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Kate, thank you for the $5. I really appreciate it. Yeah, he was great with AI though, so maybe that turned him evil. Maybe maybe he just watched too much AI brain rot, and it turned him. It soured him to the core. What's up? Mark Evans is definitely trying to be the new Dewey. Says, I like Scream and Ice Cream. I definitely think so. He gave the thumbs up. He's still with us, baby. Justice for Kincaid, says Riley Rage. Do we make him a killer now? He's still alive in universe. It's such a bad look, but I thought Mikhail was good. Yeah, it's one. This is a thing that I'm actually kind of more forgiving for. when it comes to Scream 7. They had McDreamy's house burnt down, basically, when they were going to go and film this thing. And he's like, dude, I got to take care of this. My house just burnt down. You know, I can forgive the movie for that. That's just bad luck is what that is, simply. There's a lot of things I can't forgive this movie for, but that's one of them. So I'll give them that. I'll give Scream 7 that. But that's what's up. Steve Kalinge, what's up? What's up? Welcome in. Welcome in. Chris Schober is saying, hey, Jake, what's your thoughts and procedure for Scream 8? This is a hot take. But I really think they just... this is a hot take because of what happened with 7. But I'm being very generous here. I think we just let Kevin Williamson write and direct this thing from the ground up. Just let him take over the franchise and see what he does. I think Scream 7 sucked because it was a product of studio interference and a million different behind-the-scenes bullshit fuckery. So I want, because it's the creator of the series, let's give him another chance. Let's see what he can do with Scream 8. Now, if this was anybody else, if this was anybody else outside of the guy that created Scream in the first place, I'd be like, get that David Gordon Green dude out of here, you know? But it's Kevin Williamson, man. Come on. We got to give him another chance. We got to give him another shot to get this right, because I think that maybe if there wasn't a whole bunch of disastrous shit happening behind the scenes, we'd have a better Scream movie on our hands here. Something a little tighter, something that works a little better. I mean, my God, Kevin Williamson has written the best Scream movies. I mean, in my humble opinion, I really, really, really think we should give him another shot to do Scream 8 and hopefully do something a little more redeeming. Catbread is throwing $5 out there saying, saw Scream 7 last night, disappointed that Stu was AI, didn't like the ending, but it was a good watch. What did you like about it? You just listed a bunch of things you didn't like about it. Let me know what you liked about it. I was disappointed that Stu was AI. And I don't even like the Stu theories, but I was kind of pissed. I was like, Stu should have just came back at this point. Come on now. That actually would have been a better movie. I'm just going to say it. Catbread, thank you for the 5. I greatly appreciated it. There we go. Words are tough sometimes. Stu is dead, guys. We got to let it go. Talk sick. But at this point, after, the movie decides to be like, fuck you for thinking Stu's alive, I want him to come back. I'm dead serious. I'm at that point where I'm just like, I can't believe they would make fun of us. I can't believe they would make fun of people for just having a fun little theory about a movie. It's not a fun way to celebrate your franchise by kicking your fan base in the face. That's crazy. That's just crazy talk to me. I'm never going to get over that. I can never forgive Scream 7 for that. Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel. Throwing $10 out there saying, Kevin says the deepfakes was Guy's idea. I hate this headline, every word of it. I reckon they should have made Sydney suspect Gail, and then Gail being brought in the final act because she's absent after the interview. I really want to be nice to Kevin Williamson, but what the fuck is that headline, dude? I saw that the other day. Dude, if you didn't like it, if you saw the script that you also wrote and there was a whole idea in there that didn't work for you, don't keep it in. What? Like, it's not Guy Busick's fault. It's your fault, dude. Don't leave it in your scripts then. Like, I don't know. It doesn't matter who wrote it. Like, Kevin Williamson's name is all over this movie, dude. It's Kevin Williamson's film. I hate that he's trying to direct. I hated that headline. I saw that headline last night on stream and I'm like, are you fucking serious, dog? You knew it wasn't going to work and you still did it. You still went out and filmed it. Like, you're the director of the film. You're the creator of the franchise. What are you talking about? That's crazy. I'm sorry. That was an insane headline. I hope that's fake. Like, admittedly, I haven't even read all the things and things that he said, but like, if that's real, that's so disappointing is what that is. Own your shit, bro. Own your shit. I don't know. That's all I got to say. Sydney suspects Gail, and then Gail being brought in to the final act because she's absent after the interview. What do you mean? I reckon they should have made Sydney Sydney suspect Gail, thinking she's Ghostface, and then Gail being brought in to the final act. No, I just don't think Sydney would suspect Gail. I feel like they're too close now. You know what I mean? Gail is always going to be a little backstabby, but not literally. You know what I mean? I think she's got that reporter angle about her, but I don't think Sydney would ever suspect Gail. I agree, though. I would have liked to have seen more of Gail in the back half. She just kind of disappeared from the movie at a certain point. I don't know what that was all about, but I definitely wanted more from Gail for sure. Dude, thank you for the 10, though. I really appreciate it. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I just don't know what to say about that headline. That's really frustrating to me. You also wrote it, you know? I don't know. Peyton Ruark, thank you for the $2, saying Nancy cameo, wish Billy and Jill made cameos. I might just have to plead the fifth on this one. That was the most frustrating scene of the entire movie for me. I don't know, man. What purpose did those cameos serve? Did it serve a purpose outside of nostalgia baiting us? I don't know. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe my eyes. To me, that feels like something that someone with like an AI filmmaker would do that. You know what I mean? Like someone would be like, oh, this is what people want to see, baby. You know? Why do we like Nancy Loomis? Why do we like Billy? Why do we like Jill? Why do we like Stu Macher? It's because they were great in a movie from the past. So just keep making good movies. It's so frustrating. Movies nowadays are taking this like easy route where they're like, we can literally just reference shit that happened 30 years ago and thumbs up, baby. People are going to love it. I can't get into that. I'm sorry. That's so frustrating to me. It's like, dog, the reason we like this shit is because those characters were part of awesome stories from the past. Remember, like, what was it, 35 minutes ago when I said I was going to try to be more positive with Scream 7 on today's stream? Guys, I'm so frustrated with this movie. What the hell happened? Yeah, I don't know, Peyton. I'm glad you liked it, but I mean, I was literally tearing my hair out watching this. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Peyton, thank you for the $2, man. But what? Goth Dewey? Like Dewey with his hair down all like what? What? It makes no sense to me. It makes zero sense to me. I was dumbfounded. I'm like mouth agape looking at this, drool coming out of my mouth. Like what are we doing right now, guys? How is this supposed to be? What is the substance behind this? How is this scary? How is this fun? I'm frustrated is what I am watching this. I'm sorry. I'm going to get off my high horse, but that was the most condescending thing I have seen since the Sarah Michelle Gellar zombie thing in I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025. That was just terrible. I'm sorry. It did not work for me at all. 0 out of 10. Peyton is also throwing $5 out there saying, hate me, but get rid of the writer from 5 and 6 and let Kevin write the entire thing. I think that's why I done like 7, the bad parts, I think TBH. I don't like 7. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. 7 didn't work for me at all. Is that because it's a mix of Kevin and Guy? I don't know. Everyone has their theories, I guess, but I do think that a lot of it was the studio interference. There were so many references to the drama too that I didn't care for. There were so many things that I'm just like, this is not the way you handle this situation. I don't know. To me, it was a very frustrating movie. I do agree. I think we let Kevin Williamson write and direct the next one. If I'm being completely honest, 50% of that is because I don't think anyone is going to want to touch this franchise with a 6-foot pole anymore. But I think Kevin deserves a chance to redeem himself. Again, this is the guy that wrote the original Scream. It's not just Joe Schmo. It's not just some whoever putting out some slop. This is Kevin Williamson we're talking about. I think we give him another shot with Scream 8, and hopefully there's no production problems this time. Hopefully there's no crazy earth-shattering drama that even like my fucking distant family members know about, which is so funny. Even like I didn't even bring it up one time, and we're sitting around Christmas this past year, and someone brought it up, and I'm just like, Jake, don't say anything. Don't say. I was like, oh, I want to get in there and talk about that, and I'm like, nope, I got to resist. So I reluctantly am saying give Kevin Williamson just 8 entirely. Let him write and direct and see what happens. And maybe it's better. Let's see. We'll see what happens. But Peyton, thank you for the 5. I appreciate it. Necromechanimal is saying they left Tatum open so the internet can come up with a better story for her, and then they'll tease people with it in the next film and then pull it away and call people stupid. Yeah, probably. That sounds like what Scream would do at this point. Yeah. I hate that. You might be right. Graham USO is saying, I think we all can agree the killer reveal made no sense. That motive was not good. No, it was not. No. I mean, say what you want about Scream 6, but at least those killers like were weaved into the story. You know what I mean? Like that to me is the baffling thing about Scream 7. It's like these killers weren't even really a part of the ongoing story. Jessica was shoehorned in there at best. She's Sydney's neighbor. Do we even ever actually see her as Sydney's neighbor? She shows up at the coffee shop, and then for some reason she's at Sydney's house after everything happens, and then she's back there for the reveal. That's it. That's all we get of Anna Camp in the whole damn movie. I didn't even know she was the neighbor until she says, "Hi, neighbor." It's like, fuck you. What? Crazy. Crazy. That's all I got. That's all I got. Just crazy. What else? This movie made me appreciate 5 and 6 even more. Same. This movie made me appreciate every other Scream film more. I was like, you know what? I can never shit on Scream 3 again. Scream 3 is fucking phenomenal compared to this. Anime Night is saying good luck with Dexter just before with the nightmares. Am I gonna have nightmares watching Dexter? Is it scary? Emo Nerd Girl, I've never seen True Blood either, so maybe that's a franchise, a new series I do sometime in the future. Old Sport is saying, so am I right with that Kevin Williamson is known for his writing, yet he directed Scream 7 and co-wrote it instead of being the main writer? Why? He rewrote a script from Mr. Guy Busick, to what I know about it. So I believe that came from just the fact that, this movie had to be rewritten after the Carpenter sisters weren't going to be showing back up. People really like to argue me on this, but Guy Busick himself said that they had a script for the Carpenter sisters to return, and then the firing happened, and then they had to do something else. So that is words from the horse's mouth, not from old Killjoy Jake. You can look it up. So I've gotten so many comments from people who are like, dude, she was fired before they had a script. And I'm like, dog, it was months and months and months after the release of Scream 6. Mind you, Scream 6 came out in March of 2023. The firing happened in November of 2023. You're telling me they didn't have a script in that time? Guy Busick was just sitting there with his thumb up his butt the whole time? No way. No, I don't buy it. They had a script for Scream 7 with the Carpenter sisters. Come on. There's no way. Especially after 6 made more money than 5. Of course, and they greenlit 7 less than a month after Scream 6 came out. They had a script. You can't tell me they didn't have a script. They were just sitting around doing nothing. I don't buy it. Ben, what's up? This is Ben. Thank you for the 5, Ben. Killjoy. I actually really dig Scream 7. The film was paced well. Gorier and Stu as AI was the smart direction to go, but the killer reveal sucked. 7 out of 10. Scream 7, 7 out of 10. There we go. I just don't know. The Stu as an AI, replacing the phone calls with that especially was a major sin. But the only purpose I think it served was nonsensical nostalgia cameos. I mean, it didn't serve the story. It did not do anything to further the story, and it ruined any and all suspense and tension. I can't get over that. That's another thing I can't forgive this film for. I just don't think I'm ever gonna like that. I mean, it's I don't know. If all you want from a Scream film is for these characters to show up, you got that from Scream 7. I don't know. I need more than that. I just simply need more than that. I need a good story. At least an attempt at a good story. That's why I can vibe with Scream 6. Not everything's done well. I'll be the first person to admit that. I love Scream 6, and not everything's done well about the film, but my God, they tried to do a new story in this franchise. We're in New York City. We're following brand new kinds of characters from a totally different generation going to college, and that's not even really the focus of the story, which is cool. It's more about character assassination and trying to figure out who you are, relationships between you and your sister. Damn it. I can relate to that. I don't know. This movie, it was all about the nostalgia. It was all about the cameos. It was all about who's going to be in this film. I just don't care about that. I'm so sorry. I love Scream, and I love killers from the past too, but they don't need to physically show up in this movie for it to be good. I need more than that. I think that's my thing. So let me know. Let me know your thoughts on all that. I'm curious. I don't mean to sound so harsh, but man, I walked out of this movie feeling empty, feeling devoid of emotion. But I appreciate the 5, my friend. Thank you, Ben. And I really am glad that you enjoyed Scream 7. If a movie brought you joy, job well done, is how I see it. Catbread's throwing $2 out there saying justice for Stu. Justice for Stu, baby. Get on the Stu train, everybody. We need him. We've been robbed. Stu needs to happen now. I'm going to die on that hill. I'm going to totally die on that hill. Who else do we got hanging out with us? Davey Deathray is here. What's up, dude? How are you, Davey? I missed your chat, and now I can't see it. How about the "I wasn't fired, my contract wasn't renewed" line from Gale? Funniest line in the movie, and one that a chunk of the fandom needs to hear. Davey, we're gonna fight. Davey, you and I are we're gonna duke it out. What are you talking about, bro? That was not fun. I did not think that was very funny. I was annoyed by that line. Leonardo DiCaprio, thank you for sending 5 Killjoy Jake memberships. Those are going to Davey Deathray, Mr. Fool D, I Like Screamin' Ice Cream, Joshua Brooks, and Little Reaper MMA. Welcome to the fold, everybody. And Leo, thank you for the 5. Leo's a fucking legend around here, guys. Leo actually gifted 200 memberships this past month, and now we're at 205. My God, you're amazing. Thank you for building out the fan base. I appreciate you. You're also saying the reveal sucked. Shaking my head. Yeah. That's all I got. That's all I got. I wish I had more to say to that. Davey, and the other thing I'll say to that, my friend, I'm not trying to actually start a fight with you, but what I'll say to that is, if Scream 6 can have the decency to respect Neve Campbell not being a part of that film and saying she's in a safe place, we're respecting that character. Scream 7 should have done the same thing, and they didn't. They just shit upon those characters, and it was mean-spirited, and it fucking sucked. You can say, keep the politics out of it, bro. Every movie that has ever been made ever is political. It is. So that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm done. I'm getting off the damn fucking soapbox, but it is. And if you try to avoid it, you're avoiding people. You're avoiding relatable experiences, which every single movie ever made only works because they hit on relatable experiences. They hit on what the people are feeling. So that's just why movies are good. And frankly, I think it sucks. I think it sucks that they did that. It was mean-spirited. It wasn't fun. Again, just it's not the fun energy that this franchise is usually known for. I was not having a fun time. I was rolling my eyes. I was like, really? We're gonna be fucking we're gonna shortchange these people because of shit that happened behind the scenes. We're gonna bring that into the film itself. Okay, cool. Fuck, what a fucking movie, man. Froggy Fresh is saying, I'm terrible at guessing killers, but I don't know how outside of process of elimination I was meant to guess guy from one scene, girl who disappeared 40 minutes ago, and guy who wasn't even introduced yet. But doesn't that suck? You know what I mean? That's not a murder mystery. Like a surprise, a reveal is twisting something you thought was one way before, and now it's something else. Maybe the best example of that in this franchise that everyone knows is Billy Loomis. It's a character who was at first suspicious because it's like, well, why were you there at the scene of the crime and you dropped your phone on the ground? What's up with that? But then Billy goes to jail and then he gets released and it's like, okay, well, maybe it's not him. And then he literally gets stabbed by Ghostface and you think he gets killed. And it's like, well, it's not him. So this has been the red herring the whole time, right? Then it comes out. Then it all happens. Billy's the killer and it's also fucking Stu. What? Great reveal. It's awesome. Billy was there the whole damn movie and he was still able to be the killer. And that's awesome. Hidden in plain sight. There was something about him that was unsavory, the crazy shit that he was saying to Sydney the whole time. There was that clue, but it was never direct. It was all indirect little clues, little indirect hints that something was nefarious about this guy, and it's done so damn well. It's another problem I have with the characters here in Scream 7. They're a bunch of dorks. They're a bunch of sweet theater kids. Like, none of them had an ounce of menace. I was not looking at anybody else with some sort of suspect. I don't know. That's just another big issue that I can't get over. How are we gonna have all these characters be like just the sweetest little dorks and expect me to think that one of them is one of the killers? That's crazy. Come on now. Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. Thank you for the 5. Kevin focuses on the story and Guy can focus on the kills. Einstein said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. I think that if Kevin and Guy write this movie again, I just think it's going to be the same kind of movie. Maybe it was the rewrite. Maybe it was the rush of the rewrite, and that's what resulted in the lazy script. Maybe it was that. But for me personally, I just think that I personally have nothing against Guy Busick. I love a lot of his movies. Abigail, Ready or Not, fucking banger popcorn movies. I love them. I'll watch them many, many, many more times in my life. But I just think that Kevin Williamson, being the creator of this franchise, I think he deserves another shot. His name is all over this thing. They marketed it as Kevin Williamson's directing a Scream film now, guys. This is Kevin's movie. We can throw the blame wherever. We weren't there. We weren't in the room. That's the truth of it. Whatever happens, Kevin's name is all over this thing, and people are walking away from this being like, what the fuck happened? Wasn't this the guy that, wrote the original film? What happened here? No matter what the problem was, I think that, Kevin deserves to make the next one and just write and direct it himself. Now, I'm not looking at this as pushing Guy Busick out. I'm looking at this as Kevin Williamson being given another chance because he deserves it. This is his franchise, frankly. And I get that. We've seen creators, come back to franchises and make something that just doesn't work as well as would have has come before in the past. I'm not going to name any names because I'm not here to start any drama. I'm not here to piss anybody off. That's not my goal. I want what's best for Kevin. I want him to make a good Scream movie. I want him to make a movie that we all fucking love. You know what I mean? Just one of those movies that even if you don't like it, you're like, I kind of got to respect that because there was some cool shit going on there. And with Scream 7, there wasn't some cool shit going on there. Like Sidney Prescott was back. Great. Thumbs up. But what the fuck? But what the fuck with everything else? So I think we give Kevin just the next movie solely, is what I'll say. And I don't know how I feel about that. I'm still on the fence about it, but I want to see it. I want to see this comeback arc, man. We're at a low point with Scream. It's getting some not so great reviews. It's going to make a ton of money, so there's going to be another one. That's the good news. But what happens next for the franchise? Truly, that's the big question right now. That's where I'm at with Scream. I don't know what the future of the franchise looks like. I don't even know what we do next at this point after what we just got. But my friend, thank you for the 5. I really appreciate you a ton, and I'm excited to see what comes next. I would love to hand it off to a new person, but again, I think Kevin needs to. Kevin needs another shot. Leo DiCaprio, thank you for the 2 again. Thank you for your support tonight. Stu coming back would have been a better movie, 100%. It fucking would have, and I can't believe I'm saying this. I can't even believe I'm saying this. And I see, real quick, Leo, appreciate the 2, but I want to throw this out there. Dragon Ball Radiant is saying, you win, Killjoy Jake. I guess you're celebrating your victory. Stu is in fact not back. No, I'm not. You know why I was worried about Stu coming back, truthfully? I was worried that this whole franchise, this movie would be all about the nostalgia. Just the fact that Stu was back, there wasn't going to be any commentary in this movie if Stu came back. It was just going to be about Stu being in the film physically. That's why I didn't want Stu to come back, first and foremost. And you know what we got in this film? This was everything I was worried a Stu reveal would be. It was just about the nostalgia. It was just about pointing the finger to 30 years ago and saying, wasn't Scream 1996 good? That is all this movie was about. That's why I didn't want to see Stu come back. And Dragon Ball, maybe you haven't seen my review yet, and maybe you haven't been on any of the live streams where I've been talking about this, but I am considering myself on the Stu train now. Because frankly, y'all got robbed. Yeah, not because here's the thing. If Stu would have came back in this film, it would have been the same movie essentially, but it would have appeased a huge part of the fan base. And I can't be upset about that. You know what they did here in Scream 7 instead? They kicked us all in the nuts. They said, you guys are dumb for thinking that Stu Macher would have been alive. After the marketing campaign got droves of people to go to the theater and be so excited that Stu might have come back, might be alive, and then just to call us all dumb? Fuck that shit. Are you kidding me? So Dragon Ball, I'm on your side with this. I think this sucks. I think what we got absolutely sucks. It is the worst case scenario. And I specifically, go watch my review. At the end, I say, I was wrong about Scream 7. The worst case scenario was never that Stu Macher would come back. It's that they would do something like this. And I'm just never going to forgive Scream 7 for that reason. It sucks. I don't like that they made fun of fans for having fun little theories. I might not like the Stu Macher being alive theory, but I don't think anyone is stupid for wanting that to happen. Stu Macher is a great killer. I understand why people want to see that why they would want to see that happen. And frankly, after Scream 6 celebrated a lot of the theories that I love in the franchise, this movie should have done the same. This was a mean-spirited kick to the nuts, and I would have rather this film been all about nostalgia, but in a light-hearted way. It wasn't. This is a mean-spirited, not fun movie at all. And that's the problem I take with it. So I would have, all day, every day, I would have rather have seen the movie where Stu Macher was still miraculously alive somehow, running around killing people, because frankly, that would have carried the energy of the other 6 Scream films. This film did not. So, Leo, Dragon Ball Radiance, I just want to make that very clear. I want to make that crystal, baby. Because y'all got fucking robbed. Y'all got fucking robbed. That's what happened here, and that sucks. That's not fun. This is the worst case scenario. I didn't think this could happen, frankly. I didn't think they could make a Scream movie that wasn't fun. And here we are. Leo, thank you for the 2. Dragon Ball Radiant, thank you for being with us. And I'm so sorry if you have anything. Let me make that clear, is my point. Let me clarify if there was any confusion there. Yo, we got Void Signal saying, hi, Jake, just got back home from watching Scream 7. What I enjoyed was the brutal kills. This Ghostface was the most brutal. The reveal was a little cringe, though. Jessica's death was very brutal. I have to say, that was kind of fun. Her getting shot in the face twice or whatever, that was ridiculous. The blood spraying up on the tarp behind, that was cool. Whatever. Sick, cool little shot in your movie, I guess. But yeah, I agree. Pretty cringe. Dialogue, not great either. Not crazy about the dialogue by any means. Honey Gotha saying they can still bring Stu back for 8. They can. There's still time, guys. There is still time for Stu to come back. Wait, that was Dewey? Just looked like a cameo from David Arquette. And David Arquette plays who in the franchise again? Apparently Goth Dewey is who he plays. Kay is throwing $5 out there. Thank you, Kay. You're saying there was a video interview Kevin was doing on premiere night and was asked about the AI, and he said that it was all Guy and James' idea. I'm going to see the video, but from the way you guys are describing it, it sounds like he's just throwing shade towards the other writers of the film that he allowed to happen. He was cool with all this at the time, but now it's not working for the fans, and he's throwing the other people under the bus. That's how it's coming off to me. But I'm going to shut up about it because I want to view this myself. And then we'll talk about it. But if that's the case, that sucks balls, bro. That's so not cool. Come on now. No, you got to own this shit, bro. You got to own that is what you got to do. If that's in your script, if you're going to put your name on this movie, you got to own that shit. You got to say, we did it. You know what? We did it. And hopefully you guys like it is what it is. Kay, thank you for the 5. I appreciate it. If that's the case, I'm really upset. That's no fun. Why was Dewey goth? I'm confused on how they handled the reveal. They have him like with his, like, it almost looks like his hair is dyed. I think it's just wet, but they have like his hair down like in his face and he looks all like sad and emo, like he's a ghost face or something. And it's beyond bizarre is what it is. It doesn't make any sense. Honestly, the whole scene in question doesn't make any sense because if you're trying to make Sydney believe that Stu is alive, why would you then throw in all of these other characters who she has also seen dead? Stu is a questionable one, right? The fan base has been saying it for years that Stu could have survived that. It's arguable. It is. And now, and then at the end here, we have Debbie on the screen. We have, Roman Bridger. We have, who was the other person? I'm trying to remember. Yeah. Oh, Dewey. Duh. I guess they asked fucking Amber. They asked Mikey Madison to be in the movie, and she declined. It's just like, are you kidding? What? What's going on here, man? Crazy, just crazy shit. I don't know. Peyton is throwing another 5 out there. I really appreciate it. You're saying I'll let move with you that every studio now saw Spider-Man No Way Home and went, yeah, let's do that with our IPs. Scream 7, No Way Home, Sydney. Peyton said it. Peyton said it, baby. I mean, that's exactly what's going on here, And here's my problem with that is, when Ghostbusters does it, when Ghostbusters copies the trends, I can't really be that upset about it. It's not a movie for me, but it's like, it's Ghostbusters though. That's always kind of been popular culture, whatever. When it comes to Scream, this is a movie that, like those first 3 movies, they're for the weirdos, man. Scream is for the people who watch all the midnight movies that were at Blockbuster or whatever, Family Video. This is for the people who loved horror films, which like in the 90s were very underground, not really accepted into, by the mainstream as much. If a movie got nominated, if a horror movie got nominated for an Oscar, it was huge headlines. Nowadays, thanks to Sinners, mad shout out. Now a horror film is the most Oscar nominated thing ever, which is fucking awesome. So big shout out to Sinners. We got to love that. But, back in the 90s, that just wasn't the case. That's not how horror films were viewed. So that movie was for the weirdos, and now Scream is for now Scream is not for the weirdos anymore. You know what I mean? Now it's just in the mainstream. It's the most mainstream cookie cutter franchise ever when its roots are just not that. It's becoming bland. It's becoming just palpable for anybody who comes to watch it. And that's not what Scream is. That is not what Scream is at its heart. And that's my problem. That's my problem with Scream 7 at its core. Peyton, though, thank you for the 5. Yeah, I don't know. Keep Scream for the weirdos, baby. That's what it's all about. Austin is saying, is it weird to say, you're throwing $10 out there, Austin, thank you for the support. Is it weird to say I am hurt over Scream 7? It makes me appreciate Amber and Richie's motive even more. This movie hurts bad. Almost like a revenge film to get fans to shut the fuck up. Fuck them. That's how I took it too, dude. I don't know. Some people are coming out of this and saying that that's not the case. And again, if you liked Scream 7, that's all good. This is just my interpretation of the film. We all view things differently. That's what subjectivity is all about. But I came out of Scream 7 thinking that fucking sucked. That was just so not cool. To stomp on a certain section of the fan base who was just excited to see something happen in this flick. Like, this whole movie was hell-bent on tricking a side of the fan base into thinking that their fun theory was going to happen just to give them the middle finger and stomp on their hearts. That sucks. You know, and if this movie wasn't all about the AI thing, I could look, if the problem with this film at its core was it just had some things that didn't make sense, I'd be like, well, that was like a 5 out of 10, you know, they fumbled the bag. It happens with every franchise. I wouldn't be so hard on it, but I'm being hard on this film because it was just giving you the finger. It was stomping on your damn face the whole time saying, I can't believe you idiots would think that Stu Macher is alive. And it's like, are you kidding me, man? Come on now. That's no fun. I don't know. I don't appreciate that. Scream has never been mean-spirited. It's always like, you know, it's been a little, what's the word? Been a little sassy. It's always, you know, been playful with some things, being like, well, that's a silly thing to do, you know. What's the line from the original that I always forget? You know, it's like, it's insulting. You know, Sydney says like, you know, people are running up the stairs when they should be going out the front door. It's insulting. I love that. That's fun. You know what I mean? That's a little cute little jab is what that is. This took it a step too far. And it was mean-spirited. It was stabbing y'all in the back, and that's what I don't appreciate about the film. So I agree. I'm hurt by it. I'm just like, really? That sucks. You know, that's no fun. It's not. I thought these movies were supposed to be fun. That's why we all come back to them and watch them all the time, right? So Austin, it's all good, my friend. I appreciate the 10, and I'm sorry. Like, I'm just sorry that was the case in point with this movie. That sucks. Horror B is saying, I knew from an interview we weren't getting much from Scott Foley in this because he had said he didn't know that he was responsible for Billy and Stu and was clueless to simple Scream lore / plot. Yeah, he said he never even read a script. Like, it sounds like they just got him in like a... He might have just filmed that on his laptop, if I'm being honest. He might have just had a green screen somewhere. That's honestly what I was thinking. Like, was he on set? You know, like, everyone was like, oh, no, he was on set. He was talking about working with Neve Campbell and all that. And I'm like, I don't think he was on a set, man. I doubt it. But I don't know. I guess we didn't get too much from him, though. I would have preferred a flashback because, yes, that would have crossed off the nostalgia box, but maybe it could have actually added something to the story, given us a reason to come back to those characters. The flashbacks, all those theories that we were talking about like months and months and months ago, that would have actually given us some substance. That would have given us something to chew on here, and that's just not wasn't really the case. Cam Wood throwing $5 out there. What's up, Cam? How we doing? Welcome in to the Killjoy Jake pit. It's stinky and nasty in here. What's up, my friend? Nothing left to do with Sid. Maybe do a movie set between 3 and 4 with new characters, but the nostalgia can come from the early thousands vibes. I don't hate that at all. I actually think that's a great idea. I love the idea of setting a movie, you know, in a different time period and just hitting on something that was going on then. Because that's the other thing about Scream. Is like, we can go back to these older movies and still really appreciate them and be like, this is fun. This is a great movie. I mean, a lot of those older flicks, they're hitting on things from the time period, but they still hit nowadays because they're just so much fun. Could you do something about, trying to think like what Scream missed out on, you know, what's a big trend in horror that maybe we could go back in time and do something with, you know what I mean? I don't even know what that would be off the top of my head. Maybe it's something like the 2010s. I don't know. Are people nostalgic for the 2010s yet? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe, yeah, something in between 2000 and 2011, I guess. But yeah, I actually wouldn't be totally against that because that could be fun. You know, maybe if there's nothing that they want to talk about that's going on right now in, you know, 2026, we go back to a different time period and hit on something, right? I agree. I think that actually would be fun. So, Cam, thank you for the 5. Great idea. Thank you for being creative. I'm all about that, baby. What else is going on? Kiki is saying, I cried after watching Halloween Resurrection because it was so awful. Scream 7 is a big-ass disappointment. Halloween Resurrection, man. It's something we can laugh about now, right? Like, Halloween Resurrection is crazy. I can laugh about it now, but yeah, I understand if at the time you were just like, oh my God, what's going on? That's crazy. Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. Thank you for the 5. You're saying, I reckon that TV should have had a montage of everyone that died around Sydney. Yeah. Again, nostalgia. I guess that would have been cool. I'm not going to go on the rant again, but yeah, I mean, if what you wanted from this film was nostalgia, you could have gotten it from that sequence for sure. For sure. What else is going on? Who have I not said hello to yet? I want to see. Hang on now. I got to go back because I'm missing shit. I'm so sorry, guys. Jake is off his rocker. Okay. Amy Schumer as the killer. LMAO says, okay, reviews. You know what? Yeah, sure, I guess. BR Gers is saying, I was really liking Scream 7 and the reveal happened. It was still a good movie, though, and the kills were awesome. 8 out of 10. Hey, hell, you know what, dude? If the kills, that did it for you, rock on. They were fun. They were very fun. They were very over the top. I was not disappointed in that department. I'll tell you what. We had some all-timers there for sure. Jake, did you see that Radio Silence said they even though they didn't see any script for 7, the film was gonna fuck us up? Yeah, I saw Radio Silence did an interview talking about what they wanted for their original Scream 7. They were kind of going on about, like, their big thing was they wanted, Scream 6 to be this secret feel-good movie at the end of the day, which I think is fun. And then Scream 7 was going to be the opposite. Like, they were like, oh, Scream 7 should start in a good place and then be brutal by the end. That's kind of how they wanted to leave the franchise. And I'm like, cool, okay, that might have been fun. I would have much preferred seeing whatever their take on this would have been, but I'm also happy that they're working in their own franchise right now. I'm really excited to see what Ready or Not 2 is all about. I think that's going to be a great fucking sequel, man. It looks awesome. It's got a great cast. I think it's going to be the better movie here. If I'm being honest, I'm pretty confident in that. Horror B is saying they missed out with not keeping Gail as a morning show host. 100% agreed. Having the other newscaster as her co-star and having Gail's death be the opener for 8 after the co-star gets offed, maybe a chase in her studio. That could have been cool, right? I actually would have been all about that. I think, Horror B, I don't understand Robbie Rivers. I don't understand the point of that character. Like, the only reason we had him there was so that they had a news studio to film that interview in. If they didn't have Gail get fired from her job, couldn't they have just done an interview at her house or something? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm confused. I'm confused by all that. The point of that character was literally just to get us to a set piece. And I'm like, what? Really? Do we need this? I don't know. I mean, he didn't even die. If you're going to give us that character, at least give us a chase scene through there or some kind of something horror. Come on now. That would have been cool. Would have been kind of reminiscent of the Scream 2 chase scene with her and Dewey, but instead, Sydney and Gale, but in the new studio. Robbie Rivers gets off, Ghostface is there hunting them and they have to get out. That could have been kind of cool. That would have been a sick scene. I mean, if you're going to show this crazy big location to us, come on, give us something. Davey is saying, I think we could have an awesome discussion. I respect the hell out of your opinion, the way you analyze film. Davey, I've been hard on you this stream, and I'm sorry about that. We should talk, though. We should actually get you on here and have a chat. I would love to talk a little bit about it. I know you were a little more positive about the Scream 7. I think I saw a video that you made right after you got out of the theater, and I know you were a little more hyped up on it. Let's talk sometime. I'm curious what worked for you about this film. Because I walked out of there being like, the kills were cool, I guess, but I left very joyless. I did not have fun with this movie, and that's the one box that should be crossed off with a Scream film, if nothing else. I don't even, what I'm realizing from Scream 7 is I'm like, I don't even care if the reveal is good. I don't care if the motive is good. There's so many things they could fumble with Scream, but at least make it fun. And I did not have fun with Scream 7 from start to finish. I was like, this is hollow, man. There's no soul here. There's no focus. There's not I don't feel, I don't know who, I can't remember if this is a quote or where this comes from, but I remember, when I was getting into screenwriting, hearing somebody say that, like, if you're not motivated by something very human, you know, if you're not if you're not horny or pissed off, you're not going to write a good script. Like, it's a joke, you know, the whole thing's a joke. But I've heard that before, and I'm like, that's so fucking funny, you know. And this film was not horny, and it was pissed off at the wrong people. And that's my big problem with it. It didn't have that human energy that I love so much about this franchise. So I don't know. I did not get relatable horror energy from it. So I don't know. Maybe that's just me though. Maybe y'all found something in it, and that's great. That's awesome. Surprised it was the coffee, Carl, says Little Woozy. I love that. The coffee turned him evil, secretly. There's something at Sydney's coffee shop. It's like the stuff mixed with Scream. That would be fun. Blindside New Zealand is saying Gale saving the day, killing the first Ghostface was corny, but the Ghostfaces were way meaner, I thought. Burning the chick alive, slicing the chick in the swing thing, killing her own son, brutal. Yeah, kills were brutal. I'll give you that. Yeah, I mean, they were fun. Burning the girl alive in the opening was crazy. And you know, something that we haven't talked about yet is Jimmy Tatro's death was actually pretty good. I was like, okay, solid. Knife through the fucking head. I mean, yeah, that was fun. That was his like eyes kind of twitch a little bit. Solid. Not bad. I'll take it, baby. Necromechanimal, thank you for the 10. Everyone says that the lady killed her son. Did I miss something? Why is there no consideration for it being the orderly guy? I liked the kills being gory. Still with you on wanting to see snowy Ghostface. Hell yeah, baby. You know, I think my immediate thought with that is I just think in any way, shape, or form, if those ghost faces are going after her son, it's still, the mom is still aware of this. The mom still wants her kid dead. And that goes against her motive, which was, you know, she killed her abusive husband. And to me, it's like, if you're in that position, you know, you're going after a husband who is abusive. That tells me you care about family. That tells me you care about, you know, people treating each other well. You don't want to be treated like shit. And maybe there is a sympathetic angle from Anna Camp's character. You know what I mean? And that just didn't really come through with killing her son. It completely ruined that plot point for me, which was the whole reason she became a ghost face in the first place. It was too much. You know, I think had they focused it a little more on the whole Catcher in the Rye thing, right? Like, it's like the idea that you read something and then like you're like, I'm hell-bent on killing somebody, like Catcher in the Rye and what happened with John Lennon, sadly. I think we could have had something there with that. Like there was potential here. I'll shit on Scream 7 all day, but there was potential for this to work, and it just did not. Like, that's kind of how I'm looking at it. I'm like, there was stuff in that final monologue where I'm like, that was a good idea, but like, build that. Everything else going on in this movie clouded it and made it not work. That was my big problem with Scream 7. I'm listening to that monologue, and every single new piece of it ruined the previous thing. You know what I mean? Killing her own son ruins that whole angle. Why are we working with AI if that was your motivation? From reading the book, you know, reading Sydney's book was kind of what led you to this point. Why are we you know, it doesn't make any sense. So it was too many things going on. It was like a million motives all crammed together and ended up being way too convoluted. I actually think had you taken the AI element out of this movie entirely, it totally could have worked. I actually think you take that out, you completely erase that from this film, and it's just about someone who read Sydney's book, took the wrong message away from it, and we just focus on misinformation entirely. This movie could have rocked. So look, I will shit on it all day long, but there was an idea there that could have worked. There was like a cool idea in that movie that I'm like, you build that up a little bit, that could have been something. So I will say this, if I had to rank the Ghostface killers, which I'm working on that video, not sure when it's going to come out, Anna Camp would not be at the bottom, because I think, again, there was Ethan Embry and Carl or whatever, throw them in the fucking trash. But Anna Camp, I'd put her up there a little bit, because I'm like, there was a little seed of something in there that we could have sprouted, but it just didn't get enough sunlight, didn't get enough water is how I feel about it. But Ghostface in the motherfucking snow, that's what I want more than anything for Scream 8, baby. A Scream 8 Christmas movie, let's make it happen. Come on now. Kevin, we've thrown some disses your way tonight, but if you're listening, please give us Scream 8 in the snow, baby. Christmas Scream. Necromechanimal, thank you for the 10. I greatly appreciate it. I'm so happy that you're excited for the Dexter series. I'm over the moon that you're excited for it. So I hope I like Dexter more than I like Scream 7. Let's just say that. Thank you for the 10. Don't Kill Me, Mr. Ghostface is throwing $10 out there as well. Saying in Scream 4, Charlie says at the film club that the killer would record the kills, then Gail finds a camera at Stabathon, then at the third act, they show recording the kills. Yes. Yeah, this is true. There's even some video, I believe, at the end that is shown of like all the different, the footage that they got of killing all the characters. This is actually the big inspiration behind our Scream fan film, Red Right Hands. This and some stuff from Scream 5, we kind of merged together to make our own little fan film and something fun. But I've always loved that angle to Scream 4. I thought it was really cool. I love the whole idea of making content out of kills. You know, I think Jill is really one of the first influencer killers in horror. And I would go so far as to say that Scream 4 is just as influential as maybe the original at this point. I mean, think about how many influencer horror films we have. It's so fucking cool. I love that. I don't know. I've always loved Scream 4. I really appreciate it. And as more time gets away from its release, the more I appreciate that film. I really think there was something special there. And I hope the franchise can get to those heights again. Don't Kill Me, Mr. Ghostface. Thank you for the 10. Again, I just really appreciate you so much. John Best is with us saying, I felt like I got slapped with disappointment. I'm so sorry. That's never fun. Shy Lynn is saying, I feel like for Lucas's death, Ghostface dragged him to hold the hand of his crush because she wanted him to have that last moment. So maybe it was his mom. That's an interesting point. That's actually a really good detail. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, you know, with how personal that kill was, it had to have been his mom, right? Like, you know, would Ethan just be like, oh, I killed your son, sorry, you know? Whoops. Whoopsie daisy, you know? And then just be like, Anna Camp's cool with that. I don't know. That just feels, I don't know. That's not computing in my brain. Maybe there's something there. Maybe I'm just not seeing something, but I don't know. It's Mike Matthews saying it's just felt like another generic slasher. Sad what my favorite horror franchise has come to, and I'm still confused onto what even the motives were. I'm still trying to understand them myself because there was a lot of motives all packed together. And I can't even believe I'm saying this, but I mean, even the Scream 6 motive beats this out. I mean, that's just good old-fashioned revenge. You know, at least that was simple. I know we were complaining. It's like, oh, that was too similar to Scream 2, but at least it's like a motive that feels like a human being would have it, you know, versus whatever the hell was going on at the end of this movie. I don't know. Don't Kill Me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel. Throwing 5 out there again. You're way too kind. Thank you for all the support tonight. Saying I would sympathize with Stuthers, but some have been mean in my face saying Stu is alive. Well, that sucks because that really sucks. I don't think anyone should be mean about any theory in general. You know, in my experience, I think the Stuthers have had a very good, I don't even want to call them that. The people who want to see Stu alive. I think they've had we've had a lot of very good sports on this page, especially. I've gone on a rant or two about why I don't really want to see it happen. But you know what? I love the spirit of these people. A very good friend of mine who has since passed away, Craven Something Scary, Steven. Great YouTube channel. Go check out his page. Have his spirit live on by watching his streams still. There's a lot of good stuff over on that channel. He was like just so adamant about it. He loved Stu to death. And he had such a good vibe about it too. I think that was the thing I really loved about Steven, is that he always had a good way of expressing his ideas. I felt like I could learn a lot from him. I might come off as a little abrasive sometimes. You know, I say fuck a lot. I get really heated. I get really angry. But I'll just be honest with you guys. It's a show. I don't care that much about movies. I'm just trying to be entertaining up here is the truth of it. I do care about movies. That's not what I meant to say. I meant to say I don't mean to be so harsh about it sometimes. I just like to put on a show is what I like to do. But Steven had a great way of making everybody feel heard and also getting his ideas across in a way that didn't feel disrespectful. And I think some people take my words the wrong way, and I hope that that's not how I'm coming across tonight. I'm just very passionate. I really love Scream. And I really want this franchise to be great because I think it almost always has been great. And I just want the future of this franchise to be bright because I think this is a franchise that has always celebrated not just its own movies, but like just the horror genre itself. You know, every horror fan could kind of come to Scream and vibe with it in a way. There's something about Scream that I think every horror fan can kind of get into. And I think that's why I love that Scream fans are so passionate about their theories. Sometimes people can get in your face and get a little too mean, but at the end of the day, we're all horror fans and we all just want to see some crazy shit happen in our movies. You know, that's the truth of it. So there's been people on both sides of all of this that have been rude and maybe push things a little too far. I think we all got to just remember these are movies, and it's what's more important than that is our relationships with each other, the community we build here, and interacting with each other in mature ways. That's the big takeaway from all of this. I think is what we all got to remember. Some of us are upset about Scream 7. Some of us loved it, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. If you loved Scream 7, fuck yes, I celebrate you, my friend, and I'm glad that you had a very good experience with it. I just need the therapy session with all of you guys right now, if I'm being totally honest, because I left very disappointed. I did not get what I wanted out of the film. And if you did, again, that's something that should be celebrated. So don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. Thank you for the 5. And I'm sorry you had a bad experience before. Trust me, I've had it too. I've had some people say some pretty nasty things to me. Every single Scream film, I have gotten at least one death threat because of my opinion on a film. And I think that's crazy. I think that's just it's a crazy world we live in, where people feel so confident to be able to say something like that to one another and not feel a shade of embarrassment. It's insane. It's insane, the world we live in, baby. It's crazy. Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequels. Throwing another 5 out there. We're just having a back and forth conversation right now, baby. What's up? A more advanced Roman voice changer would have been better. In a way, I guess that's what we were doing here, but, I can't even believe I'm saying this about Scream 3 too. New revelation about Scream 3. They did the whole, deceptive voices thing better too. I mean, my God, this was a way better, Scream 3 was a way better version of that. I just got to say, yeah, I owe a big apology to Scream 3 right now, because man, that movie rocks in comparison. Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate you. RBR short film is saying Scream 7 is in my top 3. Hell yeah, baby. I don't understand the amount of hate this film is getting. I respect your opinion, though. I respect yours, my friend. And frankly, again, like I said earlier, I'm happy that you liked it. I'm happy that you came out with just love in your heart, with excitement on your face and love in your heart, baby. That's how every movie should make us feel, And when it doesn't, that sucks. Ghost in the Dark Kills is saying, don't fuck with the original, baby. Don't fuck with the original. That's what it's all about. What was the misdirect with the burnt mask and hole? Legion, what? Whose hole? Huh? Why are we talking about holes, baby? Where are these holes coming from? What's going on here? Old Sport is saying if Williamson essentially bullied us, why should we give him another chance? He deserves this franchise to go down the drain if that's what he wants to do. I mean, I can't argue with that. Again, I wasn't in the room for who wrote this thing. And I also feel like as a first-time director, maybe things just came off a certain way that you didn't mean for them to come off. When I was directing some early projects, especially Red Right Hand, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And I go back and I watch that film and I'm just like, there is a million things wrong with every single scene in this movie. There are things that are not coming off the way that I intended them to. And that just comes from experience. That's the truth of it. So I interpret this film as they were being mean-spirited towards certain fans. Is there a world where maybe that wasn't the case? Is that something that maybe Kevin addresses at some point? I don't know. But maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But sadly, maybe you're right. Peyton Ruark is throwing 5 out there saying, what do you think about both Cravens? Would have thought of Scream 7. I think Wes would have just been proud that Kevin got to just direct and Craven something scary with Stu. I can't speak for Craven. I don't know. Truthfully, I can't speak for him. I know that he would have loved to have seen Stu alive, though. That's what I know about him. And that's something that I love talking with him about so much. So I think he would have wanted to see that personally, if I had to guess. Wes Craven, I don't think he would have liked this film, truthfully. I think he would have been proud of Kevin. I agree, Peyton. I think he would have been like, hell yes, I'm glad you got to direct one. And I feel like if Wes was still with us, I feel like this still kind of would have happened, but differently. Like, I still think Kevin Williamson would have directed a Scream film eventually. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Wes slipping into a producer role or something along those lines. I mean, look at what James Wan has done with like the Insidious franchise, for instance. He directs the first 2, or same thing with The Conjuring, right? He directed the first 2 and then kind of handed it to someone else and just produced a bunch of the sequels. I could have seen Wes Craven slipping into that role maybe after 4 if he was still with us, of course. I think he was a producer on the show, actually, right? Wasn't he like an exec or something? So I definitely think something like this would have happened. I know Wes Craven was very adamant about things going on. Again, I don't want to make this a political thing. I look at Killjoy Jake as kind of an escape from all that. I don't want to get too deep into all that. We have to talk about it sometimes, but I don't want to get too deep into it. Wes Craven was very adamant about, people loving each other, love all around, treating people with kindness, all that fun stuff. And I think there's things about this film that he would be very disappointed in, is how I see it. But I can't speak for the dead, but just knowing him and knowing some of his words, maybe there's something there. I don't know. Zaza 420 is saying, hello, Clarice. Oh, I need to rewatch that movie, man. It's been too long. Been way too long. Love that film. That's a masterpiece. RBR Short Films is saying the killer reveals were miles better than Screams 5 and 6. Guys, what did I tell you? What did I tell you an hour and 24 minutes ago? RBR Short Films, you just made my night, baby. We've been looking all night. I've been wanting to see. I'm like, someone had to have liked the killer reveals. I need this opinion. All right, everyone, sit down, shut up, and listen up. RBR Short Films 13 is saying the killer reveals were miles better than Screams 5 and 6. Sure, it's not the best killer reveal, but the motive wasn't predictable, and I love when a Scream film surprises me. Let's fucking go, baby. RBR Short Film, you just made my night. You don't even know. I don't know if you were here earlier, but I was saying earlier, I'm like, guys, I know we've been shitting on this film, but I want to hear all the different perspectives. I need who liked the killer reveal? I need it. Let us know. I want to hear the opinion. We got to voice it. We got it, baby. Let's go. RBR, I'm so glad you were surprised by the motive. That's wonderful. I personally disagree, but I think that's fucking awesome, my friend. And I'm glad you liked it. And I'm glad we got that opinion out there. I'm trying to get the full scope of this movie from everybody. And we got a fucking opinion, baby. That's a W. That's a W for this stream is how I'm looking at it. Thank you, RBR Short Films. And I'm really glad you like Scream 7. You fucking rock, my dude. Yes. Deep Red Mikey is saying, howdy, howdy. What's up, my friend? Thank you for being a channel member. Thanks for being with us. We have Catbread Official saying Wes Craven would have been so disappointed. I don't know. I can't speak for the dead, but I think maybe. I don't know. I just don't know if he would have liked this film. I just knowing his filmography too. Wes was all about building tension and suspense. And I just don't really know if there was a whole lot of that in this flick, That was another big thing that I was thinking the whole time. I'm like, we're kind of just getting into the kill almost every single time. The McKenna Grace kill, I'll give him that. Like there was some setup, little tension building. During the opening scene, there was one or two things that I thought was kind of cool to tease us that Ghostface was around. But ultimately, I don't know. It just wasn't really anything like masterful, like what we've seen from the franchise before. Awesome Destroyer has been a member for 3 months. Thank you for being a Ghostface tier member, my friend. I'm glad you're destroying things awesomely. You're amazing. Thank you for being with us. Mara Hill, thank you for being a member. You're saying Joyless is right. I'm so sorry. You're saying they really didn't give a damn about the OG fans on this one. Scream 7 was too new school coded or whatever the hell for me. That's a big thing I'm seeing that I also just very strongly disagree with. A lot of people were like, man, this one feels like the older Scream movies. I just don't think so at all. I did not get the same vibes from this one that I did from Screams 1 through 3. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, this one felt like, it felt more like Scream 5, but like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like it felt like Scream 5, but less. You know what I mean? Like it was like if Scream, it felt like if you were watching Scream 5 with sunglasses on. That's the only way I can explain it. Like it just felt like I'm watching this movie with less vividness. I don't know. It felt like a copy of a copy, That's my feelings about it. RBR Short Films, which I love you so much, my friend. Thank you for being with us tonight. Saying, you're such a good sport. Thank you for listening to me, bitch. You're saying, I can't wait for Scary Movie 6, my most anticipated film of the year. I'm with you, baby. I am so excited for this one. It is, that trailer rocked. I cannot stress this enough. I'm like, this is everything I wanted Scary Movie 6 to be. We're making fun of, like, there's so many things we're making fun of. There's the Scream 6 subway sequence in there. There's the Terrifier mall scene we're making fun of. We got a little shot of Shorty. We got a shot of Dave Sheridan and, what's her fucking name from the movie? I can't remember. But Sherry O'Terry. I can't remember her fucking name in the movie, but oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm like, this is the scary movie I've wanted for so long. It looks great. Looks amazing. Looks like it's going to rip on everything in a fun way, not in a mean-spirited way, in a fun way. like how Scary Movie does. It's got its own little tone. It's got a different tone about it, but I don't think it's going to be malicious. It's going to be fun, baby. And I love that. So bring it on. Bring on Scary Movie 6. I love that comedies are making a comeback, baby. Like, I feel like we haven't had like comedy films in theaters in a long time. And it's great to see. It's great. Like Naked Gun last year was so much fun. Scary Movie 6 is going to be so much fun this year. I can't wait. Awesome Destroyer's throwing 5 out there too, saying just made it home from the theater. What was that? Dewey and Gail had no moment. Oh my God, I didn't even think about this until you said it, dude. But yeah, didn't Courtney Cox have an interview like almost a year ago now saying that like Dewey and Gail's relationship was going to be tested in this film? Where the fuck was that scene? That's a really good point. I didn't even think about that until now. Yeah, what's up with that, Courtney Cox? Huh? Explain yourself. What's going on here, baby? Huh. It's a very good point. I didn't even think about that. You're also throwing $10 out there. You're saying, oh, and Neb's saying that she didn't like Scream 5 and 6 because of the gore, but yet anyone not blood can see this is one of the, yeah, this is one of the bloodiest movies they've ever made. Nev has issues and needs to go, says Awesome Destroyer. Damn, brutal. I don't know what Kevin Williamson and Nev Campbell were talking about before this film, by the way. Like they were saying that like there was going to be no blood and gore, and there was going to be no meta commentary, and that was these are two things that were very much so present in the film. Kevin even backtracked on that like a month ago and was like, "No, we actually did put a lot of blood and gore in here." And it's like, okay, well, why did Nev Campbell say that though? You know, what's happening here? Why are we going so back and forth about all this? It does feel like there was a struggle to make a movie a certain way on set, based on what we're hearing. I mean, there's so much back and forth in all the interviews. Like people are saying one thing about it, then someone else will come out and say something else. I mean, Mason Gooding, like a year ago now, had an interview where he was saying that there's one of the most brutal kills in this movie ever. And then like back in, I want to say like November or October of last year, Nev Campbell comes out and says, no, we kept away from the blood and the gore this time. You know, we made it a Scream movie. And it's like, what? What do you mean? What's going on here? This is the bloodiest, goriest Scream movie I've ever seen. Weird comments is what it is. And then, you know, Kevin comes out and says it's not going to be meta, and yet it was super meta. I don't know. Weird stuff. But Awesome Destroyer, I was also confused by all of this. I was very much so scratching my head, wondering what was going on. So I appreciate the support of the page too, my friend. You are way too kind. Froggy Fresh has been a member for two months. Thank you for keeping it Froggy Fresh. I love your VHS Halloween profile picture, my friend. That movie rocks so hard. If we get another VHS movie this year, which I'm suspecting we are, I am going to do a rewatch videos on all 8 of them, by the way, moving into late this year. I'm so excited for that, guys. Oh, it's going to be fun. I want to react to these movies so bad on the page, and I'm not going to rewatch them anytime soon because I want to have a very fresh watch, you know, like get away from them for a little bit. And that sucks because I watch a VHS movie like once a month. I hope you guys know. I'm going to get away from them this year, like entirely. And then I'm going to watch them all like through September, like August, September time period. I'm so excited for that. Sorry, Froggy Fresh, thank you for being a member for 2 months. You're saying I might start my horror movie channel by ranking these movies. I do have other videos on my channel, but they're just memes and shit posts. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I mean, you were Froggy Fresh shit posts at one point, right? Guys, I don't know if you guys know this or not. This is the same fellow who got a shout out in a Dead Meat video. And I remember watching the video and being like, that's the guy from oh my God, he hangs out with me sometimes. That's cool. You're fucking sick as fuck, my dude. But yes, I love shit posts. There's nothing wrong with that. Make whatever content you want, man. That's what I'm getting into. I want to do reaction videos. I love the updates. They're fun, but I'm really starting. I want to get into reaction videos a little more. I'm having so much fun with that right now, and I'm really hoping to pivot to that a little more in the future. Queen of Horror throwing $5 out there saying, I bought a Stu is Daddy shirt. I love you. You're amazing. Love your channel. I think that there are breadcrumbs of Stu still being alive, but Kevin Williamson didn't have the balls to do it. I love you so much. You're amazing. Like, can I just say that? Thank you for the support. Thank you for getting that cool ass shirt. And thank you for just having the coolest fucking comment tonight. Thank you. You're amazing. I hope you're right, because frankly, I don't like how they treated y'all. I think about Scream 6, and I'm just like, you know, my crazy fan theory that I've always wanted to see happen was I want to see some shit from Ghostface's perspective. I love that. I'm obsessed with the Ghostface killers. I'm always obsessed with who's underneath the mask and why. That's like my favorite part of a Scream movie. I crave that shit. And to get a little hint of that in Scream 6 was amazing. I was like I'm like, I died and went to heaven in that moment, you know, like it was amazing. Soul left my body. And you know what? I know that if Stu actually came back, that would happen for y'all. So you know what? I'm on the Stu train, baby. Let's make it happen. I think there is one. We didn't see it. Look, we didn't see a body in the film. Okay. No one dug up Stu's body. They talked about it, but no one actually dug up Stu's body and said, look at that. There's a skeleton underneath there. Nah, I didn't see no fucking body, baby. Stu's still out. John Doe is out there. Okay. Listen up, Kevin Williamson. Stu is alive, damn it. And I'll die on that. You're not going to hear me shit talking the theory anymore. That's for sure. Queen of Horror, sorry. I appreciate the 5. Thank you for getting that shirt. It really means a lot. That was so much fun making that design. And I hope that whatever comes into the future of this franchise, we get a Stu reveal, baby. We deserve it at this point. Damn it. Thank you for the 5. Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequels. Throwing another 5 out there saying Ghostface during COVID going after Karens and calling during call set like people are stuck inside. You know, there's that movie kind of exists already. It's called Sick from 2023. Give it a watch. And there, you know, the funny thing about this too, like the more I read this comment, I'm just like, this is so funny. The lead character is basically a Karen too. She's just as annoying as one. So you're gonna love Sick. Put on Sick from 2023. It's that movie. It is what you're describing. There you go. We got some Karens as our main character, basically. It's awesome. Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. Thank you for the 5. Kevin Williamson story by credit on that one too. So thank you for the support. Too funny. Is the chat supposed to be scrolling on screen? Who are Roderick and Joan? It is supposed to be scrolling on screen, but I believe it's fucked up tonight. Sometimes this happens, and I'm really sorry about that. So we're gonna, maybe if I play around with it a little bit. Sometimes I'll fuck with it a little bit, and then it'll fix itself. I might have to, like, there's a website that does this for me, so I would have to go there and fix it. Well, it's usually fine. Usually it fixes, and tonight's just, yeah. So Roderick and Joan are just getting free shout outs down here tonight. All night. All night. Hell yeah, Roderick and Joan. Thank you for being with us. Brian Doley is saying Scream 3 has my respect a lot more now after this movie, because holy shit, this is easily the worst Scream film. It might be the only one I would call bad. I'm with you. I love all the Scream movies. Except this one. That's kind of where I'm at, sadly. And I think that's a bummer because, like, I can't. It always sucks when a franchise like this has a bad apple because, man, I mean, Screams 1 through 6, I was vibing with all of them. Scream 3, I was a little low on at first, but as time has gone on, that movie has aged like fine wine, in my opinion. So Scream 3 has just gotten better with age. Maybe Scream 7 will, but I'm doubts. I got my doubts. Lucas is also hanging out with us. What is up, Lucas? Welcome in. You're saying, I think the motive is an extension of Amber and Richie's being obsessed movie fans. I agree with you there. Instead of the movies, we focus on celebrity fandom. Fans today are obsessive, parasocial, and unhinged about their fave celebs. I do agree. I agree. I think that's where we were starting with this movie. You know, it was more of like if Richie and Amber were fans of the Stab movies and wanted those movies to be better. Here's kind of, you know, the characters who are Richie and Amber about, you know, the real life stories. They're obsessed with the true crime elements and the behind the scenes nature of all of this. And I think, again, there was a cool idea here. There's a lot of cool ideas here, but just, I feel like everything was rushed. Everything was kind of, we ran through this very quickly. And that's no fun. That's no fun to me. So I do see what you're saying, though. I do think that is a part of it for sure. That, you know, turning Tatum into the new Sydney and all that, and I saw what they were trying to do, but just none of it was executed very well for me personally. I needed more than just a monologue about it. Like, where you look back at something like Scream 4 or Scream 1, and it's like all those points are laced into like every plot beat, every line of dialogue beforehand. It's so well crafted. This just was not. It was like, you know, you can have a great idea, but if you don't do anything with it, you know, it's just, that's all it is. It's just a thought in your brain. Great ideas, great ideas are just that. They're just great ideas. But can you create something out of that turns into something very impactful? I think that to me is the question that Scream 7 just could not answer. What else is going on? King Bull 90s is saying, I enjoyed the first half of the movie, but the second was really bad. Wasn't crazy about that second half, baby. I think I was kind of with you. I wasn't like, I'll be honest, it took me about halfway through the film to be like, okay, I don't like this. Like I was like, some things I'm not loving. I'm middle of the road. And then about halfway through, the Ethan Embry scene was when I was checking out. I was like, really? Like, okay, this is clearly what's going on here. And then that's what was going on there. TRS is saying they should have just made it where Gale killed Stu with the car. That might have been a better film. I'm going to be so honest. I would have been okay with that. Allie is saying, hey, Jake, I hope you're feeling better from the cold. Thank you. I am actually getting over it, which is great. Got these by my side, just in case. But I really appreciate that, Allie. That's very thoughtful of you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being with us. My voice, I feel, sounds a little better, too. I was very sniffly the other day, and then we're getting back to not as sniffly. At least I hope. We also got, who else do we got hanging out? Who have I not said hi to yet? Deep Red Pictures is saying, love that Kevin turned Halloween 7 into Scream, then he turned Scream 7 into H2O Light. Wait, that's so funny. Oh my God. This is just one big joke is what Scream 7 is. It's one big H2O, Halloween H2O joke. You're right. You're so right. I love that. Guys, Erica is telling everybody that at the merch store, we have some Stab merch, Stab stuff. It's cool as fuck. It's green. It's awesome. Go pick it up while you can. It'll be gone on Monday. That's 48 hours and it's gone. Throwing it in the trash. We're burning all of the rest of the stuff. So if you don't pick it up, it's going to go up in flames just like the Mocker House. So check it out on the 2nd. Go pick it up while you can. Link in the description of this stream. Jordan Belize is saying, hi, are you excited for the G.I. Joe reboot happening? And do you think the Transformers Nightverse is going to continue too? I did not know about a G.I. Joe reboot. I'm going to be completely honest. These are both Paramount properties though. And knowing that merger is happening with Warner Bros., I suspect it has something to do with that. That's why a lot of these updates are coming through. I have not read anything about that admittedly, but I actually really enjoyed like 2 Transformers ago, I want to say is when this movie came out. Whatever Bumblebee. Was that 2 ago? Was that 1 ago? I don't know. Bumblebee was really I loved that movie, shockingly. Like, I was like, new Transformers movie, whatever. We'll see it. Saw that. I was like, this was great. What? I think it was Haley Steinfeld from like the Spider-Verse flicks is the star of it. I loved that. I had such a good time with that movie, dude. I don't know. I loved Bumblebee. Really, like, actually very much so. That might actually be my new favorite Transformers film. I would go so far as to say I had that good of a time with it. I don't think I saw the one after that though. Maybe I did. Maybe I might have forgotten about it. I'm not sure, but I love, the Transformers films. They were a big part of my childhood. I saw 1 and 2 opening night in theaters. I would not mind more of them. Sure. I'm sure that the kids love them and I'm down for more. Bring them in. Why did they go for nostalgia again? Says Mike0635. I felt like 5 was too much like 4, but they are beating the dead horse with this one. Yeah, right. I mean, that was a big part of 6 too. That was probably my least favorite part of 6 was all the nostalgia stuff. The shrine sequence, I mean, that's a cool setting, I guess, but it really just played for the nostalgia bait. It's like, hey, look at all these different artifacts from the past movies. That kind of sucked. It's kind of like, man, can we get away from the nostalgia? We've done that like so much in the last 3 flakes. This is the nostalgia trilogy is how I'm looking at 5, 6, and 7. Let's do something else, baby. Come on now. And one more point to that. Scream has always kind of hit on nostalgia in a way. Like I think the original Scream is like, hey guys, you remember Halloween? But finding a different way to tell the Halloween story. That's what was cool about it. That's what was cool about the original Scream. It was like, Jamie Lee Curtis was this virgin. That's why she survived all the horror movies. That's what Randy's talking about. And here's Scream analyzing all of the rules, laying them out on the table, breaking them, and still having your final girl triumph in the end. That's awesome. That's a statement right there, baby. That was cool. It's cool when they did that back in 1996. And now, now we're just doing nostalgia like every other film on the planet. Scream 1996 did it in a way no other film really had done before. I mean, sure, there was meta horror flicks before, but not like Scream, dude. I want to get back to that. I want to get back to reinventing shit and saying, every movie's doing it this way. We're going to do it that way. I love that. Go left instead of right. That's what Scream needs to do. Peyton is throwing $20 out there. Peyton, thank you for the support. Really appreciate you bunches, man. If we are done with Sydney and Gail and the sisters, then I have a great idea for Green, for what comes next. Have Kirby be the new main character going around the world for Ghostface with the FBI, and I got a new script to send you. LOL. Good idea? Question mark. I actually love the idea of focusing on Kirby Reed Ghostface. Kirby Reed versus Ghostfaces, not Kirby as a Ghostface. Why I don't mind that is because I think Kirby is a strong enough character to lead a film. I just don't think we did enough with her in Scream 6 for me to be like, oh, that was a great reinvention of the character. It's cool. It's a good idea. We didn't do enough with it. I actually wouldn't mind Hayden Panettiere leading a Scream film. She's a leading lady, baby. I've seen her in other movies where she's been the star, and I'm like, she was always a good part of these movies, man. So I wouldn't mind that at all. I would actually think that would be a really cool movie. So yeah, Kirby, baby. Let's see what she can do. Let's see what her like, she's the one tie from the main storyline. Have a whole new set of characters besides her. That would be amazing. That would be such a good movie. Kirby going somewhere else, going in and investigating a Ghostface problem with a whole new set of characters. We could have a great murder mystery. We could create some new characters from the ground up. And also tell a good new story with FBI Kirby, who kind of is a new character, right? I mean, that's not the same character as Kirby from Scream 4. This is a whole new version of Kirby in a sense. So if Scream 8 is all about that, bring it on, baby. I am so down for that idea. Great stuff. And yes, please send me some more scripts. As always, Peyton, my email is open. I might not get to it immediately, but but I will get the stuff eventually. Peyton, thank you for the 20. Again, I really appreciate your support, my friend. Some great stuff there. I thought I saw something cool. I make videos of saying yes to Peyton. Hell yeah, baby. All about that. Jason Carpenter is saying Halloween Ends or Scream 7 and why. You know, Jason, you're going to love me for this. I think I definitely like Halloween Ends more than I like Scream 7. Halloween Ends, I still don't love it. I don't, still not crazy about the film, but Halloween Ends tried to do something new and failed. Scream 7, I don't know if it really tried to do anything new. I'm going to be honest. It kind of just feels like Screams 4 and 5 again. It's a copy of a copy. And it feels worn thin. Halloween Ends at least hits on some new ideas, but just for me didn't work. And at least I can respect Halloween Ends from a distance. I might not really love the film, but I can respect that it tried to do something different. So I wasn't crazy about that film, but at least it tried to do something new for Halloween. At least it tried to break some new ground. So respect. And I also think I'm just coming around to Rowan Campbell, man. I fucking love him. Like, I love Rowan Campbell. He's great. And I want to like Halloween Ends. You know, there's a reason for me to want to like Halloween Ends. So Rowan Campbell's amazing. Shout out to Rowan Campbell, baby. Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. Throwing $5 out there saying, do we know why the killers burned down the Mocker House? I think the killers burned down the Mocker House because it was like, I really think they were trying to do like a reversal of the original Scream is how I take it. I've been thinking, another cool thing about Scream 7, admittedly, I'll give this movie some credit, like credit where credit is due. They try to do this thing where it's like a reversal of the original Scream storyline, and that's kind of sick. So we start at the Mocker House, we burn it the fuck down, and then we end the film with someone tied up in the backyard about to die. Okay, I see what you did there. That was fun. Nice little, that's nostalgia done right, baby. That's nostalgia where it's subtle and it's not in your face and it's not condescending. You know, it's not exactly the same storyline as the original Scream. It's the same thing, but backwards. And that to me is like, we're doing something different. I don't know what that means for the overall story and who the killers were, why they were trying to do that, but I think that might've been what it was, I guess. I don't know. And I also think, because they were trying to make Sydney think that Stu was alive, burning down the house could have been a symbol of that, I guess. I don't know. I mean, what's crazy is that if the killers never actually went after Sydney and had just burned down that house and killed those people, I don't think anyone would have even suspected Ghostface was back. That's the weird thing about that opening scene. It really doesn't do anything for the story outside of try to kind of make you think that maybe Stu's back. But like, do we ever actually, correct me if I'm wrong, but does Sydney ever actually talk about that with anybody? And is that part of the reason why she could maybe suspect Stu is back? I don't remember a conversation with Sidney Prescott being like, oh my God, the Mocker House burnt down. That's correct. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I honestly can't remember if that was a sequence in the film. But yeah, great question. I wish there was more. I wish the opening scene had more to do with the actual story itself, because it just kind of felt like this is such a disconnected thing. These are characters that, especially the characters that die in that opening scene, they have nothing to do with the rest of the story. Not even really thematically if I'm being honest. I thought, I remember speculating when the trailer came out. I'm like, oh, these characters could be thematically connected, right? Here are people who are celebrating the Stab franchise and not really caring so much about the true crime behind the scenes nature of it. That really wasn't a thing in the opening. I don't know. Really wasn't anything that they had a hard focus on. It was really all just about the kills in the opening. Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. Thank you for the 5. Great question. Great question. Nicholas Brady is throwing $10 out there. Thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate you so much. Yo, Jakey Jake. What's up, Nicky Nick? How we doing? You're saying, I had fun with Scream 7, but thought some parts could have been better. I loved the opening, but what was the point of it? If Sid didn't know about it until Gail came, it had no impact. Nicholas, you're not going to believe this. We were just talking about that. You're not going to believe this. I agree. I don't think it really had any impact on the story. I wish it would have been like... trying to think what I would have wanted it to be, honestly. I don't want to see like another girl get a phone call, at her house late at night. I'm like, dude, if we get another scene like that, I swear to God, I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave the theater. But I would have loved to have gotten some, let me rephrase. I liked the opening scene of Scream 7 in the moment when I hadn't seen the rest of the film. I thought it was really fun. It was really explosive. Burning down the house, killing those 2 characters brutally. I'm like, that's fun as fuck. But when you think about it in terms of the rest of the story, leaving the theater, walking away, you're like, what did that actually do for the story? Like, it's such a loose element. It's so loose to everything else. And you compare that to something like, the opening scene of the original Scream, where we're killing somebody that rejected Stu Macher. That's a clue. That's that fountain scene. We bring that up, right? That's a clue that Stu could be behind the mask. It's a personal thing for Stu, and it happens in the town where everybody is. And of course, everyone's going to know about it. Do you remember the line about Casey Becker sitting next to Sidney Prescott in class? Like, maybe that was part of it too. Maybe that's another reason why Casey was selected to be the very first, big public victim. That brutal murder. Sidney Prescott would have to know about it. You know what I mean? Sidney knew who Casey Becker was. I'm almost kind of shocked Tatum was in the opening kill because with that same logic, but still, I think it makes sense. Well, I guess maybe Tatum was in the opening kill because her older brother is part of the police force, right? Okay, there we go. But I think that kill makes so much sense to set up that story. And I brought this up on the page before, but a great story has to have cause and effect. We got to make it feel like a small domino is hitting an even bigger domino, which is then in turn hitting an even bigger domino. Those are the best stories. And there's just, I'm not feeling that as much with Scream 7. You know what I mean? It just didn't feel as consequential to see that and then this and then that and then this. You know what I mean? It was a lot of it's loosely connected. It's arguable. There's an argument to say, well, maybe it made Sidney think that was Stu Macher who did all that. But it just wasn't as direct as it needed to be. There was a better way to get that across, right? Cool sequence for sure, but maybe if the movie took place in Woodsboro again, that would have worked, but I don't know. Nicholas, thank you for the 10. Appreciate the support. I agree. What the fuck was all that about? I'm glad you had fun with Scream 7, though. I do, again, anytime someone likes a movie, that's great. It's always a win. Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I wouldn't be in the sequel. I had to do it differently. Similar to Roman, but more, I think the killers should leave clues for the cops or final girls to figure out. Excuse me. Yeah, I think I would have liked to have seen more of that for sure. Yeah, I guess there really wasn't a whole lot of that either, right? You think about the other Scream movies and it's like there's always like a note or something. Or like the killers or like, you can kind of figure out what the killers are doing at a certain point. I don't love this scene in Scream 5, but when Mindy's talking about like, oh my God, he's making a requel. It's like, okay, that makes sense. We're starting to put some pieces together, right? Things are happening and it's like we're killing different kinds of people for a specific reason, right? Stu Macher's like nephew, I guess, got killed. It was the first like technical death of the film. And it's like, okay, I could see how you could deduce that was, okay, the guy's trying to make a requel with new characters, bringing in legacy characters, all that fun stuff, yada, yada. That was fun. I liked that idea. Something like that. It just, again, another thing that I just feel like wasn't even really attempted here. Another Another shortcoming for Scream 7, I guess. Don't Kill Me, thank you for the 5. I would have loved to have seen that. Deep Red Mikey, thank you for the 5 as well, saying, would have been better if Lucas was played too obviously like Billy, and we find out his true crime loving brain broke, and he became obsessed with Stu. I actually think him as a killer with his mom would have made way more sense. You know, had this movie simplified, no AI, none of that going on. It's Lucas and Anna Camp. And you know, again, maybe they both decided to team up together to kill their abusive father. Maybe this is a guy that was abusing not only Anna Camp's character, but also little Lucas. That's fucked up. And maybe they had to team together to take him out kind of thing. And that turned them even more evil or something. Not even more evil, but just evil in turn. I think that could have been interesting. I would have loved to have seen a Ghostface that was a little sympathetic. Like, you're hearing their backstory and you're like, that is a shitty situation. Damn, you just handled it in a horrible, horrifying way, right? My God, that's interesting. Yeah, I agree. I actually think because you're right, that would have been like Billy. If Lucas was obvious, you might not have thought his mom would have been the killer, because you know, kids do crazy shit, especially, you know, like if I'm suspecting Stu, I'm not thinking it's his mom, right? I'm not thinking it's Stu's mom or Stu's dad. So I actually think that would have worked. That would have worked for me. That would have been way better. Lucas was the obvious one that we clear at some point, you know, and then turns out to be the Ghostface killer with his mom. That would have worked. That would have been awesome. But what we got, you know, just, I don't know. Didn't really love it. Deep Red Mikey, thank you for the 5. Great idea. That would have been awesome. Nightmare Files is with us too, saying, hello, Killjoy. How are you? How are you, my friend? How are those files? Nightmare-ish? I hope so. I really fucking hope so, baby. All right, guys. This energy drink's getting low. So, with that as a thought, we're going to get to a few more chats, and then we're going to hop over to some Resident Evil 9, baby. This was so fucking scary last night, and I'm terrified to get back into it. So if you want to see Jake poop his pants, that's what's about to happen here in like 5 minutes. But we're gonna get through a few more chats, and then we're gonna move over to some Resident Evil chatting and playing. John is saying Scream 7, 4 killers. Was there 4 killers? Question mark? Was there though? That would have made it better, says MDMD. What's up, my friend? How are you? Jose, I think. What's up, Jose? Man, screw Chad. Mark took a center chest stab and multiple stab wounds into the plastic, suffocating for hours and lived. Yeah, I don't want to hear nobody complaining about the ending of Scream 6 after that shit. You're so you're so right, dude. Oh my God, that was frustrating. Ethan Embry even says something like, oh wow, he's still alive. And it's like, yeah, he's still, what's up with that? How is he still alive? What's happening right now? Josh Brooks is saying Ethan Embry's whole thing doesn't make sense. He says he worked at the facility for 16 years, and before that, Google. If the film takes place in 2026, it doesn't make sense because AI wasn't around. Yeah, it's a good point. If he was there for 16 years, he left Google in 2010. Yeah, he wouldn't know shit about AI. You're so right. What? That's so weird. What the fuck? I actually need to watch this movie again just for research. Just like I want to write all the facts down and cross-examine. What the fuck? You're so right, Josh. What is happening here? Nicholas Brady, thank you for the 5. The family thing is played out, but I would have almost preferred if one of the victims in the opening was related to a previous victim like Cotton. You know, if any character can come back to life, it's Cotton Weary, because I think he's so interesting. Cotton Weary is kind of a side antagonist. I would go so far as to say that he's nefarious. He's not a ghost face, but he's got some nefarious intentions. And frankly, I think the franchise needs to go back to that. We need to have characters that aren't perfectly good. You know what I mean? We had too many characters in this movie who were like the sweetest little sweethearts. And I'm just like, get the fuck out of here. None of you are Ghostface and you're all dead. And that's exactly what happened. We need more characters like Cotton Weary, where it's like, he's got some not so great intentions here. You know, yes, he's trying to clear his name and he was wrongly accused and all that. So I guess you can be sympathetic towards him, but he's a dick to Sidney Prescott, dude. Fuck off, fuck off, Cotton. Stop being a dick. Stop screaming in the library. You know what I mean? That was great. And I wish, I don't know, I wish we had more characters like Cotton Weary who play as great red herrings. So 100% yes, Nicholas, I agree. Dude, thank you for the 5. I really appreciate it. I would love more Cotton Weary-esque characters. And maybe if they have to be descendants of him in some way, shape, or form, sure. I mean, he was sleazebagging around in Hollywood. I don't know. Maybe he knocked somebody up. Maybe there's little cottons running around out there somewhere. I don't know. Am I the only one who liked Cotton Weary? I love Cotton Weary, but because I hate him. I love him because I don't like him. Scream characters who make me hate them are great. I can't stress that enough. I love when I love when a Scream character is just so despicable, or there's something about them that turns me away from them. That's my favorite kinds of characters. Gale Weathers, honestly, Amber and Richie, they piss me off, and I love that. It's so effective. And yeah, Cotton Weary, man, those characters are truly some of my favorite. I really love all of them. But I think if there's any good note to end this on, guys, is that I still love the Scream franchise, and I hope you do too. One bad movie doesn't mean the whole franchise is just down the drain, right? Come on now. I'm still excited for the future of Scream, even though this was not a really great entry. I hope that whatever comes next, though, is better. And to me, it's how could you can't do worse. Come on, guys. Knocking on wood, but come on. We got to do better next time. And I think there is hope for the future, but we'll see. I'll be covering the updates. So much love to you guys. We're not done yet, though. We are going to go over to the games. So stick around for some Resident Evil. Real quick, don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface, throwing a 5 out there saying, who is to say that Cotton didn't talk to a serial killer in jail during Scream? Maybe he hooked up with a serial killer. Is that what you're trying to say right now? Are you saying that Cotton Weary had a baby with someone in jail? You know what? Anything can happen. Don't kill me. Thank you for the 5. Thank you all for being with us. Let's do some Resident Evil action, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be right back. But first, some messages from Mr. Arthur Claus.
Corey? I wonder what I got. Corey!
Oh, yeah, baby. Resident Evil Requiem. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. Are those residents evil? Will they find Requiem? Let's fucking find out, baby. How we doing out there, everybody? What'd I miss? Appreciate you guys still for being with us. Stu is alive. How we doing, baby? Love your name. Yeah, that means Sydney and Tatum wouldn't get to kill a Ghostface, but it would have been cool. Would have loved to have seen Gale do some crazy shit in this movie, you know what I mean? What's good, Queric? How we doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for being with us. Yo, yo, yo. Can't wait for Scary Movie 6 with the original cast returning. Even Ghostface will be much better than Scream 7, even though it's more comical. I agree, King Bull. I need it. I need a good scary movie, man. Need something good to laugh at. It's going to be fun. Erica's excited for some games. I'm excited too. All right, let's get into this. I'm horrified because I think I'm going to have to start. Oh no, I'm on the Leon story. Cool. I was so worried I was going to have to start back where I was last time. There we go. Thank God. Okay.
Care for quite a few long-term patients here, all undergoing experimental therapies developed by Dr. Gideon.
Dr. Gideon, huh? Looks like the same place that Grace Ashcroft is.
Experimental therapies.
Yes. It's all very cutting edge. The facility keeps a low profile due to the sensitive nature of the research.
Oh, I bet it does.
Oh, I bet it does. Leon Kennedy, grizzled and badass, as always. Hang on. I want to explore. Just whips out a gun. Okay. How do I... Can I attack this? Oh, you can do a quick turn. Do you guys... Okay, wait. Do you guys remember on the stream last night? I was like, where's the quick turn? I fucking found it. I'm so excited. I'm going to do so many quick turns tonight, baby. Let's go. Hoard that ammo. I wish I could. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not doing it right. Ooh. Got a hatchet in, dude. I got all kinds of cool stuff. This is great.
Please, wait here.
I'm on camera. I don't like that. Oh shit. Camera in the skeleton? Didn't see that shit coming. What's up, Unbridled Instinct? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hanging out with Jake. Fuck yeah. Thank you for being with us.
Code 6. All staff, initiate emergency protocols.
Mr. Kennedy, we need to leave immediately.
What's going on?
I don't know what's happening. Some kind of mass hysteria. The hospital is on lockdown.
Oh shit.
Doctor.
What the fuck is happening? Oh my god. Holy shit, he had a chainsaw? What? Ooh. Whoa. Oh my god. I think I want a second opinion. What? Oh my god. 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 Oh, okay. Absolutely not, dude. Pants pooped. Ooh. Oh, fuck this guy, dude. Dude. This game goes so hard, man. I am having the most fun with this is the best Resident Evil game I've ever played, and I'm so serious. Like, you guys think I'm joking?
Nice.
Ah! Fuck! I ripped Granny to pieces. Oh my god. I know I gotta save ammunition, but my god. Blew his head up. Let's. Oh my god. Hey, stay back. Dude, this game is the right mixture of everything.
Well, that went well.
Oh, we don't. Yeah, we don't got. Is that chainsaw just like chopping up my ankles right now? Okay, thank God. That chainsaw is indestructible. I do need to take it. Dude, my heart... Energy drink and Resident Evil, not a good mix. Fun fact. My God. You know, my doctor actually told me you got to stop watching so many horror movies. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, this is great. Any more ammo around? Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Nice. That was so unnecessary, dog. Great, I got some mixed herbs. Oh, I love looting. I miss Resident Evil games, man. This is so much fun. Oh, did you tell him it's part of your job? I should have. No, I did. I'm kidding. I can't live without horror movies at this point. It's too much fun. I love being scared. Like, can I be so real? Like, I love the feeling of being scared. It's great. It's amazing. It's I live for it. It's what it's all about, frankly. I need a tool to break that bolt. Okay. Don't tell me what to do. I think I have gone everywhere that I possibly can go. Oh! I need a tool. Silly me. Silly me. I've got a tool, all right, baby. Get out of the room. Check. You can't even say Leon Kennedy's not the coolest fucking badass motherfucker out there. Come on now. I despise the feeling of being scared, but love horror. I don't know why. I think why I like being scared with horror movies, though, is because it's in a safe, controlled environment. I'm terrified about real life, of course, but... Hunt us, seek us, find us, break us. Oh. Well, that just told me everything I need to do. Any other loot around these parts? No.
That bastard did it again. How are things on your end?
I just hacked into the center's network.
Good. Good.
Guys, fun fact about Resident Evil games. Anytime you have to walk by some windows, never trust it. Some scary ass dogs might jump through them windows and start attacking you. So be prepared for a little jump scare coming up here.
Can you find me the floor plan?
Learn my lesson the hard way.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, in the meantime, I'll try to track him down.
Keep me posted.
Will do.
Anything that I can loot around here? Nope. Okay. Oh, that's where Grace is.
Come on, come on!
Oh shit, yo, dude. I called it. I gotta kill this thing. This is so exciting. Let's go, let's go.
Hey, over here.
Let's fucking go, dude. The mother from Barbarian is dead. Oh no.
You okay?
Yeah. Thanks.
Leon Kennedy, DSO.
CSO. I'm Grace. Ashcroft. FBI.
FBI. What are you doing here?
Someone kidnapped me.
Victor Gideon.
I don't know.
Well, we should.
Yeah, it was him. Oh shit. Oh, do I gotta fight this fuck?
What does Victor want with you?
What?
Grace,
What do you
he
mean?
grabbed you for a reason.
Wait, you're DSO. That's the counter bioterrorism agency, right?
Oh, that's the new BSAA. Okay, that's cool.
You sure?
He might need it. Now go. Get out of here.
Oh fuck, dude, this guy's stalking me in here. Oh, he's right there. What's up, buddy?
She won't get away, you know.
Dr. Gideon.
So nice to finally meet you, Leon. Why don't we have a little talk? Too slow.
This is getting so good. Holy shit.
I see you're exhibiting symptoms too. Umbrella's curse.
This might be the best Resident Evil game. This is the best of both worlds. Don't trust that doctor at all. No, not at all, dude.
I'll be fine.
He sucks. I wonder where he's taking Leon now. He keeps kidnapping people. I have one bullet. I have one bullet and a glass jar. Great. Grace is strapped, guys. Y'all don't even know it yet. That's where Leon just came from. Yeah, because I can't go that way. This is a cool mansion, man. One bullet equals you're probably screwed. Dude, yeah, I'm so scared right now. Jose is saying it only gets better. Oh, I liked the last couple Resident Evil games, man. This is phenomenal. Like, I am loving every second of this so far. Okay, door's locked from the other side. That's going to be one I come out of later, I promise. How about this door? Does it say what my health is? Oh, I kind of need one of these, don't I? Device used to administer medicine in an emergency fully restores your health. I'm only at caution. I'm going to wait.
This looks like it leads outside.
Sun, moon, and stars. Oh, we got one of these puzzles. I'm so down. Shooting that huge gun would break our wrists. Bro, it would break my wrists probably. That's like a Desert Eagle kind of style right there. Okay, list of patients. Can I not get back there? Oh no, a little red rope is defeating me. Oh man. Hospital wards. Oh, you know there's going to be some scary shit in there. I love this. This is like classic Resident Evil, man. I am over the moon right now. Okay, we got a west wing. We need some cards. We gotta go get some cards. Quiet zone. Please be respectful. Okay. I'll be respectful to the zombies. Kind of looks like a card. Director Victor Gideon, transforming lives through medicine. Chairman Mitchell Bennett, lead research. All these cool people. Dignity of the moon, trust of the sun, serenity of the stars. We are partners. Well, there you go. Been there, done that. What is this? Scary red room. Medication room. Unauthorized personnel are not permitted past this point. In the case of irregularities, contact the lead researcher immediately in emergencies. Ooh, interesting. And we got ourselves our first green herb.
Yes.
Love it. Let's do ourselves a little save. Oh wait, no, I remember. Got to do it this way in this game. You can't overwrite saves. There's a limit to how many items you can carry around, so if you don't want to leave anything behind, store items you don't need in the item box. What's up, Paula? How we doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Green herb, you say, says Erica. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it's all of that. I don't think I really want to put anything in there. Unless there's other stuff that I just don't know about. Folder marked with recent dates. Why are you telling me about tutorials? Antique coin, an old metal coin used for games can be exchanged for prizes in the parlor? What? Hey, yo, okay. I'm going to put that in this little box. Yeah, store. That's perfect for storing. All right, anything else here? No, not seeing anything. Let's go past this point. See what's down here. Oh, shit. Got a new monster to fight. What the? What?
Who's there? Is someone there? Oh, I'm sorry if I surprised you.
Oh, don't trust that little girl, dude.
You can't.
Does he
see.
perchance have some ammo? I'm gonna check. Dead bodies typically do in these games.
Was there someone in the other cell? Why are you in there? Everyone's gone.
Stay away from that!
Are you alright?
Get away!
No, no. Hold on. No. No.
Cataracts gave her some of the green plants. Shit. That's too funny. I hear it helps. I hear it helps with that.
I'm sorry.
Hey, we got a key card. Well, I didn't see what that was. He didn't have ammo, Erica, but he had a key card.
What is happening here?
West Wing key card. A golden key card covered in blood opens the door to the West Wing administration offices. Do you guys see this? There's a little hole that I think this person burrowed out of. Oh, there was another evil ghost kid here. That's great. Oh, he was stabbed too. He wasn't bitten into, guys. It specifically says something sharp. Okay, that doesn't work. Got it. So can't open this with that key card. Can I open this one? Okay. I'm just curious. Hey, you got to try. You never know what's going to happen. I haven't even really explored the rest of this little area yet, have I? Can't go in here. Okay, cool. Can't do anything this way. Gotcha. Had to check. All right, we'll go to the West Wing. I'm already getting wary around all these corners, man. What the fuck was that? What the No. No, 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 no. No. I don't want to go in here. Yeah, I mean, the card was covered in blood, dude. Okay, so something red is probably going to go in there. Cool. How'd I get my flashlight back? The fuck? What the fuck was that? Nah. Nah, I'm just gonna go this way. Ah, security lock. Dang gummit, I'm gonna have to go and face the scary guy. You know, the funny thing about this too, I have a single bullet. What the fuck am I gonna do? What the fuck am I gonna do if I'm gonna have to fight that guy? Dude, he's got a big, like, club, too. Where's he going? Ugh, I think he just took a dump. Oh, that's disgusting. I need a key, okay. Heard that. I need a key for that door. I just don't think I should fight him. I don't think I'm winning that fight, guys. He's got a big cleaver. I got a gun with one bullet in it. He's looking right at me, dude. Yeah, you're right. Wrong. Bro, my dude here is gonna split me in half. Alright, fuck it.
Jesus.
I told y'all I wasn't winning this fight. What's up, dude? That's all I got. Okay, fuck this, dude. Holy shit. Well, we tried fighting, and that did not work. Cool. Maybe there's something secret in the chamber. I don't know. I think I gotta just reset him. You know, I gotta leave the room for a minute and then come on back. Let's let him chop his wrong meat. You know, let's let him get through that, and then we'll come on back. That's all we can do. I don't think she can melee like Leon either, which sucks. It's no fun. Okay, yeah, so to escape, I gotta get some shit in the West Wing, probably, some stuff in the East Wing. All right, let's see what happens. Hey, buddy. You chopping your meat, buddy? I'm trying to think if I missed anything on here. Like, I don't even know where I would go. next. Hey, pay no attention to me, buddy. Pay no attention. Pay no attention. It's fine. Okay, truthfully, where the fuck am I going here? I think I gotta get over there, right? I want to see his cycle. I want to pay attention to like what the cycle is for this guy. What's your play here, buddy? It's wrong. The meat's wrong. Is that where you're getting your meat, dude? Okay, he's like over here now. Okay, he's doing his thing. Shit. Shit. You think he sees me? Oh, he doesn't see me. Cool. Please look to your left. Okay. That means he's moving. Go to the meat bucket. Dude, my guy didn't even notice that the cart moved. Like, he ain't noticing that I'm back here. Fella. I might have to, I think you're right. I think I gotta push the cart forward, and I think I'm doing it the wrong way. A large amount of blood. Yeah, fun. So he says wrong, and then he comes over to the blood, and he gets his meat. Yeah, we've been through this, buddy. We know your cycle here, okay? He's a cute little Leatherface type, isn't he? Let me ask you guys, could you do this? Could y'all... I'm terrified to do this in a virtual space, you know what I mean? Whatever he's doing, it's wrong. I agree. You gotta move a little faster. Grace, come on. Grace, come on. That guy's scary. I can't move. I'm so scared. I can't move. I'm so scared. What? Or be by the cart so you can do the door when he goes to the cart. Yeah, apparently that's what I gotta do. Okay, we gotta reset him because he's all nasty. He's all angry. Well, that's a good point, isn't it? I could like move the cart out of the way, and then when he comes through, yeah. Wait, that's a really good point, Necro. All right, let's go back. Let's see what our meat-loving dude is all about. He's back to chopping. I'm making this more difficult for myself, aren't I? Your heart's beating so fast you can't spell. This is horrifying. Like, I cannot stress that enough. This is a scary ass game. Shit. Can't see me behind this pot, can you? Go get your meat, buddy. I gotta wait. I just gotta wait. I gotta just. It's probably really frustrating. I'm so sorry. Oh man. This is what I do when I get off of streams, by the way. I hope you guys know. It's just all I do in the apartment. Madison watches, and she has to sneak around in the kitchen to get around me and collect jewels to open secret doors in our apartment. Okay, perfect. I don't think he saw me. Do you think he saw us? Go get your meat in the bloody sack, buddy. I literally didn't know what else to do there. Can you, like, fuck off, bro? Are we so serious right now? Nope. I hate this place too. I'm with you, Chris. This sucks. Is he coming through there? I'm literally like, fuck this, man. All right, yeah, I gotta help with the cloudy eyes, I think. Here we go. Perfect. Jesus Christ. Okay, close the doors behind him if you have the time. Let's see where he is when I open these doors. He gone. Oh, he's back there. I know he's I can hear him in there. I'm trying to think where to go. I can't even see. Do I have like a map or something? Oh, okay. I gotta go. Fuck, dude. None of these. No bullets. God damn it. Yes. Yes, baby. Okay. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Okay. Okay. Hit me. 2 bullets. That's something. I hear zombies and I don't know where they are. Security level 1. Oh shit. What's up, dingus? That was a dead headshot, bro. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Not bad. Crates. Oh my god, let's go. Oh, fuck you. Dog, you are so dead you don't even know. I think I gotta go up these stairs, right? Alright, we need a headshot. We need a headshot, baby. I'm just gonna keep pushing him up the stairs. What are you doing? I really do like the zombie noises in this game. Can I just say that? Are you still alive? Come on. Okay. Running past him real quick. Oh, there's a meat bucket. There's a meat bucket. That means there's a butcher close by. What's up, Shanta? How we doing? Thanks for being a channel member. My God, there's so many floors of this place. Hey, look at that. Little herb. And we got some more ammo, dude. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. Door is warped and won't open. Okay. Cool. That's totally fine. What's up, CB? Do you think that Sydney should have been self-aware when she heard the motive in Scream 7? I think she should have realized that AI videos on her phone are not the people she killed years ago. But, you know, that's just me. What do I know? All right, we got the second floor. What is that singing, dog? Okay. Change floor. Okay. So if we go downstairs, there's a cold storage area. I missed an antique coin. There's restrooms. There's a pantry that I probably got to get into, and then there's the custodian's office and a garage. Oh yeah, I totally got to get in there. I don't like the singing. What's up with that? Locked from the inside. Okay. I don't have to go in there. Don't gotta be doing all that. Let's see what's in cold storage, huh? Oh. It's useless. Okay, so I need a hexagonal something to open this. This is puzzle, guys. This is puzzle after puzzle after puzzle. Missed a coin, which is nice. Always good to have those. Right, this door is locked, so I can't get in there. Did I miss anything in this room, I wonder? I'm just trying to find more bullets at this point, okay? I need as many bullets as I can fucking get. The thing ain't useless. It's a murder frisbee. Exactly. I can probably get around these guys. See, they're munching. They're already munching on stuff. Guys, I'm sorry. I know y'all are here. I'm just shitting my pants scared right now. Just gonna be completely honest. I need a lockpick for that. God, I'm pissing my pants right now. Oh my God. Okay, well that's all my bullets. Leave item and close inventory, yes. I understand that I have to do things. I understand. I understand that I have to do stuff. Okay. It's filled with... There can't be anything good in there, man. Dog, I'm hearing banging everywhere, and I am not liking it. See Walking Dead, then shots them have gotten her attacked? Okay. My health's looking fine. I have 0 bullets officially, but I do have knives, which is good. Where was there a save room? That's what I'm trying to remember. Show me the map. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So we got to pick a lock in here. I can't get into there. I need a key to get into there. I have to go to the second floor. Yeah, there's nothing else going on here that I can really do. All right, so I got to go to the room with all the zombies. That's a lot of fun. I'm just gonna start swiping at the air, man, just in case. Yeah, I'm just gonna hope and pray they just keep eating all that meat on the table. Plenty of meat to eat, man. Y'all just keep eating your meat. I'm not bothering you. Perfect. See? Everything's fine. Why the scary music? What is happening? This is the same stream from earlier. Isn't that fun? We do games now at the end of streams. I love it. I always have a lot of fun doing this. It's nice because, I mean, usually I just sign off, you know? But now you get a whole extra hour of gaming and vibes? I mean, come on now. That's pretty cool. Right, that room. Okay, can we do anything on the third floor? What game is this? This is the new Resident Evil, and it's freaking phenomenal, dude. Oh yeah, we went up here, and we have to go through the room with all the zombies. Fun fact. That's great. That is my only choice of survival right now. This is the warped door that we can't get through. Okay. All right, let's make a plan. We got a knife. We have a shitty hunting knife. That's all we got. That might be okay, though. We just got to walk past some singing zombies. Oh, they're majestic. Okay. She sings so beautifully. Okay, sorry. Bar and lounge, and then we're gonna take an immediate right. So you guys see the path here? We gotta go through here. We gotta just race around here, sneak around. All the zombies are here. So we just gotta go this way, into the gallery. That door is locked from the other side. So I think I'll be able to get through out there. I don't know what's going on in the gallery, though, so that might be a fucking disaster. I'm not going to go for the chairman's office because it's locked from. This is locked from the other side, so I might actually be able to get through there. But here's the thing: if I go down this path, this is how neurotic I am about these games, by the way, just for the record. I could go down here and be stuck in this hallway if zombies are coming after me, and then what am I going to do? I have a hunting knife that's about to break. I'm done for. So I might just have to go to the chairman's office in case there's zombies in the gallery. Chairman's office. Banking on it. What the fuck is this? Okay, I don't care. Oh, I do care about this, though. Yeah, fuck that. Sorry. No. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, I want to take this, dog. What are you talking about? That almost looks important. That's a green herb. And I can combine those. How do you combine things in this game? Right, okay. Perfect. Motherfucker, I knew it. Okay. We made it back. This door opens now. Guys, that's pretty exciting. I do have a separate channel for gaming, Hamschott. If you subscribe to GullGotha, it's a linked channel to this page. I post all the VODs there. And they're a lot of fun. So check them out. I'd appreciate it. And Erica just sent the link. Look at that. You're way too kind. Oh my god. This game really punishes you for running away from the fear. Let me tell you. It's like, oh, you ran away from the zombies, you dork? It's like, abso-fucking-lutely not. Okay. Let's equip... Yeah, okay, that's in the inventory. Cool. Hang on. An easy-to-pick lock. Fuck no. Oh my god, I'm so fucking scared. Okay. Unicorn trinket box. Cool. I know where this goes. The indents from writing. There's probably another page that goes onto that. Bro, the singing is actually killing me. It's too much. Oh, is this supposed to do something? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know the pattern.
What is this?
There's a pattern. We got to figure out a There's too many games, man. Find a pencil. Yeah, that's probably what it is. The new hire showed promise at the dinner meeting last month. Have his clearance bumped up a level and get him set up to work on the project. Send the current researcher for processing while you're at it. Oh, this is interesting. The new hire. Okay. A new hire has a badge or something that we got to find. That's what's up. There's all those doors with the security clearance. Oh, fuck that. That's not going to end well for me. I just know it. I just know that's not going to end well for me. I suspect that we'll receive a visit from the DSO shortly. That's Leon. I want you to enact Code 6 at 23:30. I have achieved my goal and no longer have any need for this place. What? Oh my god. Okay. So Victor was like, screw this. We outie. Oh, thank God. Okay. I'm gonna have to get rid of one of these, sadly. This is just way too much fun. Well, how's my health looking? I'm looking fine on health. I don't want to waste these herbs, man, but I gotta leave item and close inventory. Yeah. I wish there was a save room somewhere. I just know she's going to get up. All right, what can I get rid of? All right, I guess we're just gonna have to use this, which sucks. I'm at full health. I didn't really need it, but you know, it's the way the cookie crumbles, man. Oh my god, and I can't even take this. Examine it. A well-used pencil. It sure is. Leave item and close. Okay.
Maybe I'm missing something.
No, I'm not missing anything. I'm just struggling here. Okay. I could just try to guess the code. Use the safe box. Yeah, the problem is puzzle box, torn journal, simple lock. The problem with that is I don't... Oh, I can easily get to a save room. Or can I? No, that's not an easy... No, I can't get there. Damn. Where is the safe room? Guard's office, which is downstairs. Oh, so if I just go around this corner, come down here, and go down the stairs, I can make it to a safe room. That zombie's gone. That zombie's gone, guys. Oh, he... Done. I knew that. I forgot that I was this close to a safe room. I actually kind of forgot I was here. That's on me. That's on me for forgetting about that. All right, perfect. Let's throw you in there. Because you're fun and all, but... And we're going to store you in there, too. And we're going to... I'm going to need that red jewel in, like, literally 2 seconds, so... I'm also going to save. Because we're getting close to winding down here, folks. When did this come out? I'm so out of touch with video games nowadays. The industry fell off. You know, dude, maybe it's just because I only play video games here and there when I hear buzz about it. But, man, the last couple of games I've played have just been phenomenal. Mother of Pearl. You were so dead like half a second ago. So that's how this game rolls, huh? They're just going to get back up at a certain point? Okay. So expect those guys to get up. Yeah, that's what I'm fully expecting. Should be able to load bullets instead of picking up, and how is there no ground attack stop? I think so. Here's what I think is going on, Necro, because I had that same thought. You can play as both Grace and Leon in this game, and I think the goal there is... Oh, sorry, this is fun. Moon, sun, star, moon. Oh, fuck, I was close earlier. I like drawing. This is fun. Moon, star, moon, sun, star, moon. Moon, sun, star, moon. Get fucked. Okay. Oh, cool. Hey, I got the moon. Dude, that is so scary. That singing is freaky, man. All right, so the moon thing goes here. We got one.
Perfect fit. Yes, I need 2 more.
Now we go here.
Shit.
Why is he coming over here? Fuck you. What is happening? Why is he coming over here? I still hear him. I still hear him right there. Nope. Dude, no. No way, man. Okay, I can literally get into the parlor right now. I'm so mad. I just want to get in there. Okay. Okay. I agree, Noki Campbell. I think it's time consuming to produce such a good product like GTA 6. There's some great titles, though, that'll have you blown away. There is a lot of like very quick and easily made games. You know, I'll be honest that I've played. Some of them are fun, some of them are whatever. But every now and then you get something kind of cool. So. Dog, every time I go down there, he's still there. Okay, we're finding a different way into that place. We're gonna go around. I really like that the blood stays. That's just a nice little detail that I appreciate, you know? I was waiting. I'm like, where's the song? Bro, do you guys notice the zombies aren't there anymore? You can't wait for the Gnome game whenever that comes out. Did you try the preview? We are 100% talking about doing that because it looks like so much fun. And I'm going to need a break from scary-ass games after this weekend, man. I love scary-ass games, don't get me wrong, but I need a break every now and then. It's too much. You're right, I did shoot him the one time. He seems like a boss guy, though. That's what I'm worried about. I'm going to see just one more time if there's anything else in this room that I'm just missing. I just feel like I'm missing shit. This, you know, and what's especially fantastic about this game, like what's really unsettling, is like you're hearing Grace like freaking out the whole time. Like that's just really good. I don't know. That's just really well done for me. The door is warped and won't open. Oh, shut up. So I think that the question now is, I think I go after the guy, the butcher. You know what I mean? I think the reason I go after the butcher is because... Is there anything on this? I think I go after the butcher because of what y'all were saying earlier. Like, he's hurt. I've shot him. I just shot him in the face with, like, the magnum. That guy's gonna have some damage. I got 7 bullets. Let's make these count. Go, dude, go. Go, move, move. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck, I'm dead. Oh, fuck, I'm dead, dude. What am I supposed to do? Oh, no. Dude, yeah, what am I supposed to do in that situation? Get out of my way. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, he's so big and scary and hairy. Oh my God, I gotta run. That was fucking... No, dude. Absolutely the fuck not. Okay, so you can't kill him. We learned... That was the parlor, too. That's where I can use these antique coins. That's so cool that I wasted all my bullets. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Run! Run! What are you doing? What are you doing? Run away! Oh, my God. Okay. All right, what was in that room? Nothing. Nothing was in that parlor room. I risked it all to go in there for no reason. I still hear him mumbling about. Like I could actively hear him in there. Well, might as well take these, right? I got 2 knives just in case. How's my fucking, how's my health looking? I just realized that. That's probably not great. I'm still, dude, I took a cleaver to the shoulder and I'm fine. Are we playing as Chad right now? Or Joel McHale?
Hey.
I want to check in on her.
Are you alright?
You're the lady from before.
Yeah. This is, you're, did anyone hurt you?
Because I can't see?
Oh, no, that's not what I meant.
It's not my fault. The doctors gave us both medicine. Made our eyes go bad.
So there was someone in there?
Oh my God. Guys. You know who the other person was? The fucking thing that Leon killed earlier. It had glossy eyes just like her. Oh my God. That was like her fucking sister or something. Dude.
There's another bed in this,
Look at all the holes.
Marie.
Oh, girl, I'm so sorry.
Disappeared. I'm sorry. When it happened, I was happy it wasn't me.
Is that bad? I'm just gonna keep looking around.
This game goes so hard. I cannot stress that enough. Okay. Well, after that cutscene, surely Butcher Boy has got to be gone. Let's try to get back into that antique room. I want to spend some of these coins. Fuck! Fuck! Oh my... Oh, God, why is he standing right there? I can't get in there, dude. I cannot get in there to save my life. This guy just will not go away. Why is he standing right there? What are you doing, dude? The dude that took Grace out of the hotel took Leon now, so we don't know what's going on with that. Until I finish this story up with Grace, I think we're not going to figure out what's going on with Leon yet. I think I know what's happening with Leon because the setting that was teased about this game, and honestly, I don't know much about it. I just watched the trailer, but I know we're going to Raccoon City at some point. What's my favorite nostalgic movie, Jake? Not Scream 7. Okay, where am I going? I'm trying to figure out the plan here. Girl zombie's gone. Great. Brother, get out of here. I just want to go into the antique room. What's up, fella? I'm so glad we could have this chat. Okay, surely he must have lost me by now. Come on. Allows you to carry more items. I need 3 things. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Improves gun handling and increases firepower. Not bad. Increases max health. Bro, if that motherfucker comes in here... He better not be outside. I'm actually going to be so mad. Let me gamble in peace, okay? Oh, there was... Guys, there's handgun ammo there the whole time. That's actually so funny. Oh, man. You gotta be shitting me. All I had to do was break that vase. Oh. Oh. East Wing keycard, baby.
Sorry about this.
Sorry, buddy. Oh. And I got some health. See, we're chilling now. Increase the blood collector's capacity by 50? What? I want to buy... I want more items. Can I be honest with you? The gun handling's one thing. I need this. Oh, no. I would like to insert 2 more, please. Thank you. Hip pouch, baby. That was only 2 more slots, really. Okay, that's not... Come on. Come on now. Could have given me a little more than that. All right, let me gamble. What am I doing here? What am I like? What are we playing? How do I even get out of this room? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Coin cabinet? Yeah, I guess just the coin cabinet. I guess that's just kind of it. All right, I'm going to make it back. I know it's roulette, but I'm trying to figure out like what... Does this give me something? You know, why are we playing this? I'm playing so good, like I'm Sidney Prescott's son or something. All right, guys, running. What's up, dork? All right, we made some significant progress. I think that's a really good place to call it. We have some ammo. Solid place to call it for the night, I think, for sure. Look at that. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Really appreciate you all. We're going to conclude our Scream review saga tomorrow by doing one more big Scream 7 review stream. And then I think we're moving on to some bigger, greater things. I will have a video tomorrow out on ranking the ghost faces. Not yet. Tomorrow I'm going to be ranking all 7 Scream movies. So check out that video. It's going to be a lot of fun. Got some hot takes in there. And then we're also doing one more Scream video talking about the future of the franchise, Scream 8, what the fuck's going on with all of this. So it's going to be fun. After that, I think we're going to be moving away from Scream for a little bit just to talk a little bit about Dexter. I'll still be covering updates on Scream stuff. And I might do a ranking video of the ghost faces. I'm still on the fence about if I even want to do that or not, but it might be a short. But I love you all so much, and I greatly appreciate your guys' support this month. February has been the very best month for the page ever, and that means the world to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. What an end to a beautiful month, and I'm thankful for you all. So thank you so much for hanging out with us. I will see you tomorrow. We'll also play some more Resident Evil then, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, baby!